available, but I would hate for you to have to undergo a heart transplant. That's a huge deal.
It is, but it could happen. But
Well,
apparently, you can get
yes.
15 to 20 years out of a new heart, so
Well,
it's all good.
okay.
Hey, Stu,
Just slap it in.
if I died, Stu,
Yeah, would you give me a heart?
you know what I would do?
What?
I would put in the will to Stu. If you go near
No.
my fucking heart, I swear to God.
You can have
Is
my
that what you
butt.
would
I'll
do?
give you a butt transplant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that
It's
will
a pretty
fix things.
ample bottom. It's nice to sit on.
I'm
Don't
sure
laugh
it is.
until you try it.
Sure it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who would like to have this butt transplanted onto their butts.
See, my opinion is you've always got to look at the positives, man. It's a positive.
So what you're saying is you should always regard the shiny part of existence or something. There's probably a snappier way to say that.
Yeah, I like that. That we'll just go with whatever that you
Always
just
glance
said.
at the shiny side of existence.
There you go. That's what you should always do.
Yeah.
When
All right, are we
the-
ready
when-
to start?
When you're given lemons, you got to make lemonade. That's what I've heard.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Cave Johnson said that. Good quote.
No,
Just saying.
Okay.
I don't know. We starting? Oh shit.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Headed out for the hay run. The Duchess is going to get hay, and I'm ready to start a little.
Make hay. That's what you're doing. You're making hay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, here we go, people. Come on. Let's start the show.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, and the fellas will tell you about every single game that we playing this week. And an indie hit. Stu story time and Jimmy's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
What else did you want
It's
to
the veteran
discuss?
gamers.
Really?
It's the veteran gamers.
Enchantment?
It's the veteran gamers.
Enchantment!
I just fell on my bottom into some butterscotch.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Maybe people should think before they speak. Yeah, they should. Hello and
Yeah, they
welcome to
should.
episode 674 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 674. What up, party people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
And we are not military veterans, everybody. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle. Don't
Yeah,
you
we
know?
are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. No, I'm just
And
saying.
it's
Yeah, we are.
the 4th of December. We're in the final stretch of this year. Merriam-Webster
Yeah, we are.
announced its word of the year 2022, and it is gaslighting. That's the word of the year for Merriam-Webster
Is it?
dictionary. Your dictionary over the OED, you know what they're doing?
What are they doing?
They had a poll for word of the year because last year it was vax, fine. The year before they just punted. They put out a report. Here are some of the most used words week. So this year they had a poll, and of the 3 words, let's see which one you all think should be the number 1 word of the year. You ready?
Okay.
The poll's closed. You can't vote on this, people, but I can tell you what was on offer. All right. So
All right.
the first word on offer was metaverse.
Yeah.
We all know what the metaverse is, right?
Yeah, go away.
Yeah, it's a bit shit.
I
that.
know,
Go
right?
away.
Like
Yeah,
it
I don't
seems
like
so
that.
weak. What the fuck? I can't
Stop
imagine
trying to
Meta
make-
didn't slip him a couple of bucks.
That feels like fetch.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
make fetch happen.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to
Exactly.
happen.
So that's number 1. Number 2 is hashtag I stand with, which got a lot of use during,
Oh, That's not even a
protests.
word.
Well, no, but neither is the laugh cry emoji, which was the word of the year in like 2015 or something.
Yeah, but that's not
Uh,
a word.
Well, take it up with the Oxford English Dictionary. I think they get to say what is and is not a word, don't they?
They should know better than to not put
Who
a
are
not
you
word.
to tell them what is and isn't a word?
I can say what I
Anyway,
want.
so obviously you're not going to vote for either of those first 2.
Nope.
The third one isn't a word either. The third one's a
Oh.
phrase.
How can you
What
have a
it
word
is.
of the year that's a phrase?
Take it up with. Well, it sounds like you want to vote for metaverse then, because at least that's just a word.
At least it's a word.
At least it's a word. Anyway,
Go on, what is it?
goblin mode is the third one.
What?
Goblin mode, which is like acts of self-indulgence often at odds with social norms. So if you sit around all day eating fudge, you're in goblin mode apparently.
Ah. Oh, okay.
I
don't like any of 'em.
I know. But if you had to vote for one, which one would you tickle your fancy the most?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's
I'd
so
vote for
hard.
the
Jesus.
laughing.
Oh,
I'd vote for
God,
the
Jesus.
grimace emoji.
I think I'd go for the goblin mode.
Yeah, all of my students went in goblin mode. I voted for hashtag I stand with because I'm an activist, but whatever. I'm cool with any of the bottom two. As long
Lame.
as it's not metaverse, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it is a bit lame. It's a bit predictable, Duke. That is.
I don't care about being unpredictable. Who cares?
No, you're being predictable, not unpredictable.
I know that's fine if I'm being predictable. You sound like the Duchess. You always order the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah, you're very
because I know
predictable.
it's gonna be good. When we get Jamaican takeout, I get the delicious vegetable soup and I get the pineapple salmon.
Do you know what though, Duke? Actually, I very
What?
rarely agree with you.
Okay.
Right? But on this, I absolutely agree with you because
Maybe
there is
people should
nothing
think
worse.
before they speak.
Exactly. There's nothing worse than ordering something new off the takeaway menu and then you
Yes,
get it and it's a
yes.
bit shit and not as good as what you
Amen.
normally order. So I'm totally with you there,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah.
Team Duke.
I'm totally with you there. Because
That's
nothing, I'm
awesome.
telling you, nothing worse.
Do you have Jamaican takeaways near you?
No, we don't.
Yeah,
There
that's
probably
some good
is.
stuff.
There isn't any
Yes,
near
we
us.
do. Well, I do
Oh, okay.
because I live in
Hey,
a
speaking of British
an
stuff,
area
did y'all-
where
hey,
there's
this is story time, I suppose.
culture.
My
I'm
favorite
impressed.
time.
Oh.
It's story time.
I have to see what his name is because I don't remember it. Romesh Raganthanan. Y'all know him?
No.
No, it's
Okay.
not Rogesh Raganahem or whatever his name is.
Raganahan. Thank you. I don't know.
There
how to
you
say
go.
his name.
Was he the guy with the eye?
Yes.
With the
Ramesh.
eye.
Ramesh, yeah, he's
It's-
got one
yeah, he's got a
eye.
bit
He's got
of-
one
bit of
eye.
wonky
Anyway,
eye.
he's
Well,
got
his
a new
glasses,
stand-up
wonky eye.
special on Netflix called The Cynic. It's very good, and there's
He's
a
funny.
bonus
He's a funny
feature-
guy.
He's a very funny guy. There's a bonus feature where he he does this like he spent like a month beforehand filming some stuff with himself and his family, and it's highly recommended. Big thumbs up. So
Oh, he did
he's,
do a, didn't he do a Me and My Mum series or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
maybe
did,
I
didn't he?
don't know about that, but
Yeah, he
his mom
did.
is on the.
Yeah, he's done a whole show on Sky where he goes around with his mum.
He jumped on the everybody does a thing with the mum bandwagon.
Started
Okay.
by Russell Brand.
No, it
Alright.
wasn't. No, you're wrong. It was the first one I ever saw was "Don't Try." I tried to kill me, mammy, or something. It was called, and it was way before Russell Brand.
No,
did
no, you're wrong because I remember a
it.
show called Jesus and His Mum.
Well, that
And he
probably
was
was
like-
a thing.
It was like, taking his mum around.
I
Mhm.
can't remember.
Well,
it was
anyway,
called something
Romesh's
like, "Tried to kill me,
Netflix
mammy,"
special
or
is
something
good.
like that
People
it was
should
called.
watch it. Thumbs up.
Well, we're
Cool.
gonna go.
Yeah, check
He's
it
a
out.
funny
people, if you
guy.
like stand up.
He's a funny.
he's,
He's a funny guy.
Where did he's filming it in the place where he lives, which he keeps describing as a shithole.
London.
Crawley.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Crawley.
Crawley.
Well,
in
which is
Crawley.
London,
Probably
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, I thought it was very funny because he goes to the school there where he used to teach, apparently, and he has this one. This is the only part I'll spoil in the special, not the stand-up special, but the sort of behind-the-scenes thing. He goes to the school and he's like, "I was a teacher. It's the most noble profession you can have, but I got really tired of being so student-centered. I wanted something that was more me-centered.
Yeah.
So I quit that job and became a stand-up, where I'm the only one on stage, the only one who matters." And I thought that was pretty
Correct.
good. Yeah, yeah, he's funny. It's
There
good.
you go.
Watch it, people.
He's all
Yeah,
over
probably
the
doesn't seem like a
TV in
bad
the
place.
UK, so
Yeah, that's the sense I get.
he's all over the place.
He's all over the place. I
Well-
mean, it's
well
like
deserved.
every time you turn a channel on, he's just on it.
And that guy with the big
everywhere.
teeth as well, that stand up, he's always there, isn't he? Next to
Yeah,
him.
God, what's he called?
They're best mates, aren't they? They're best
They're
busy
Bezzy
mates.
pals. That's true. That's true. By the way, Peter Kay did his first of his 110 concerts
Oh my god!
this week,
Oh,
so
yeah.
he did that.
Yeah.
Apparently,
You
it
have a
was
new prime
fine.
minister yet?
No, we've got the tickets. Don't worry. I'll let you know what it's like in 2 years when I go and see him.
Have you been kicked out of this round of 16 yet? Because we did.
No, we fucking just won 3-0 because we're good and you're shit.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah, we
even
won.
watch
but
the game.
we almost beat you though, didn't we?
It don't matter though, does it? Almost.
it
You might
does
as well not
matter,
bother turning
'Cause
up.
if you were so great, you would have beat us, but you didn't.
Oh, have you never heard the phrase, Duke? A miss is as good as a mile. What's the fucking point?
Hey, well then we both missed and we both were a mile off.
I
no,
didn't
we
even.
won. I've just said we just won 3-0.
No, you
We're
beat
through.
someone else. You didn't beat us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to announce that I'm also on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been
I
talking
think you'll
about
find we beat you,
comedy
by
and
the
guy
way.
with the teeth.
I didn't
Yeah, well,
realise that the
decades.
match was on.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah. It was. We
Alright.
played Senegal and
Good.
we beat them 3-0.
Oh, it's on.
And now
Good.
we're playing France next Sunday, apparently.
Oh, c'est très bien.
And which I hear are probably the winners. So
yeah, they're probably going to beat us, I would have thought.
When
Yeah,
when
but
did
yeah,
they ever
no,
won a World Cup?
We've
though?
done
I mean,
all
come on.
right.
They're
We're
doing
doing
all
all
right.
right.
Rob
done
Beckett
all
is the name of that comedian
is,
that we talked
with
about.
the big teeth. He'll
What up, Rob
bite
Beckett?
your face off. He will.
He
All right.
will.
So does somebody have a story time? Did
Yes,
play
I
that same
do.
clip?
I
Oh,
do.
okay,
Right.
Stu's got a story
It's
time.
time for a story, it's time for a
God,
story.
this is
A
new.
very special story, especially for you. It's time for a story, it's time for a story. Sit down and listen now, don't be a Jew.
There you go.
Brought to
well,
you by
yes.
Kanye West.
Wow. I don't even know where to go from there. But
Tell your story, that's where to
finally,
go.
by the way, finally, I have lined Jeff Bezos' pockets,
Oh,
Again.
jeez.
and I think finally I have sorted out my internet issues because we still had
Oh,
issues these last few weeks.
don't
haven't we?
jinx it.
It's still not brilliant. So we have purchased an Eero. So we've fucking purchased something that
What is that?
hopefully will fix this shit right.
Well,
yeah. So
The
got one
question
of
is,
them.
can you hear me if I... It's
No, it's perfect, right? And what I've done, I've taken the wire out of the Virgin fucking piece of shit internet router that we already own, which is fucking cack,
Uh-huh.
and routed it. And routed the line thing, you know, the fucking line extender thing that you plug in
Yes.
that I had before, and that still didn't work very well. But I've plugged
Right.
it in through the Eero, and it's working perfectly, steady.
glad
as
to
a
hear it.
fucking rock. And not only that, right? Not only I've got glasses as well, by the way. I shouldn't have mentioned that. I've got the glasses.
If you were wondering who this erudite egghead is
Yeah,
here.
who this fucking intelligent-looking dude is? And thank you, Ian. He said nice gigs. Yes, they are nice gigs.
Gigs. A
Yeah,
gig is
I'll
a
tell you what
job
though.
for a musician,
I'll tell you what though. I got them. I've gone off track now, but
which
yeah,
never
I've
happens
got,
on this show. It's
I
so
know.
unusual.
Got the gigs, and I've never worn.
Is that really what
glasses
y'all
in-
call glasses? Gigs?
Yeah, sometimes goggles,
weird.
gigs.
Yeesh.
Never worn glasses in
Stu,
my
oh,
life.
sorry, Duke. No, I've never heard the word gigs before. It's not a thing. I've never
It is
heard
a
it,
thing.
honestly.
Yeah, okay.
Just
well,
because
they're
you've not
just
heard it
making up
doesn't mean it's
crap.
not a thing.
Go
Anyway,
ahead, Stu. You got them?
never worn glasses in my life. Got
Right.
varifocals because I can't see things close up like tiny writing, and also
Right.
distant. So she's like, "Oh, get some varifocals." I walked out the shop. I put them on. Walked out the shop to go and do something. I thought I'll go for a wander, see how it goes.
Did it feel like that? You were like, whoa.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it felt like. I felt like I was going to throw up. I had vertigo. It was like, oh my God, the ground was moving up and down and shit wasn't where it was supposed to be. And I'm like, the perspective
Yeah.
was all over the fucking place. I'm like, what is
Dude.
going on? So I walked around for a bit,
Eyes.
went back in the shop and I, excuse me, like a dick. Excuse me, is this supposed to happen?
I'd
'Cause
like a
look
tea,
me,
chamomile tea.
yeah, I can't see properly. I'm like, things are clearer, but other than that, everything's wonky.
It's because you had
Um,
cheap surgery, and you didn't
So
realize
anyway,
it said chimp surgery.
So the
'cause your
dude's like,
eyes were
oh,
so
don't
bad."
worry, mate. It'll just take you a while to get used to them. Your brain has to adapt. It'll be fine. And
Right.
it kind of is. There still is a slight
You sounded
wonkiness.
like a mechanic. Don't worry, mate. You got to get used to it. Don't worry.
That's
about
what it was like. That's literally what it was
You know
like.
what to do with
You'll
it,
be fine.
yeah.
Don't worry, mate.
Don't worry
It'll be
about it,
fine."
mate. Always steers to the left. It's fine.
It's
Don't worry
always,
about
it's
it.
always like that when you first get them on your head. It's
Yeah,
fine.
when you going, mate. Yeah, it'll just make a knocking noise. Don't worry about
It'll
it.
be fine.
So I
about
don't
it.
wear them
Don't
at
be a
work
wuss.
because they are varifocals. When I look down, I have to move my whole head down.
That's
So it's all a bit
that's
blurry.
that's when you know you're old, when you got varifocals.
Yeah. And I'm a bit worried I'm going to chop my fingers off because I can't see the chopping board properly. So,
That'd be pretty funny.
yeah, well,
Just make sure you TikTok that. You could get
Yeah,
a lot of
I will do
viral
that.
attitudes going
Nah,
on.
we're talking.
so I'm not wearing it at work, but I'm wearing it for driving. And oh my
Okay,
God.
great.
Can I just say,
No.
I did not realize how not clear the telly was
What?
till I got these
Oh my
on.
God, there's words on the telly.
There's
now.
like, oh my God, everything looks really. I didn't realize it was in 4K. Look at this info. And do you know what the
I'm
first
glad
thing I
to
did?
hear your. Now you can really geek out over
Well,
the aesthetic
exactly.
details.
This is how ridiculous it is, right? I sat
Yes.
there and I went, how can I test it out? I know. I watched something on Disney Plus, like some sort of Pixar movie, because they always look
Yes.
great. So I
Yes.
watched a bit of Coco, and it was great.
Yes, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It is
So
a good
there you
movie.
go,
I
that's my
agree.
story
They
of
got
the
the
week.
Mexican Institute of Sound there.
I can actually see properly again.
Well, I had a pretty shit end of my week.
Oh, God.
It was really down. I was just in the freaking dumps Thursday and Friday. It was a great Wednesday. We took the students to a writing festival in Whitewater, an hour south. But I was just feeling freaking miserable, just down in the dumps, just horrible, sad, just
Why?
really low. But I've taken the weekend to recompose myself. I made a plan for the next few weeks right here, December and January. Yeah, now I'm back. I'm like Magneto when he broke out of his little prison. Yeah, here I come, people. Watch out.
Why were you down in the dumps? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, because this is the nature of post-industrial capitalism. White supremacy combines to drive my students into dust, and we have an education system that puts supremacy on the appearance of reality. Rather, you asked. You shouldn't ask if you don't want me to.
God.
Bloody hell,
Do
I
you
was
know
just
when you
mad.
wish you'd never
I was just mad
He
that
was
I
just
stuck my
waiting.
tongue.
Should have
We
killed
don't
me when you
have
had the
that.
chance.
I can't. There's no way I can talk on this episode. You two are just off tonight, so I'm just gonna
See,
bow
my
out.
ego is back now. I'm like,
You
ready.
two,
I got
you two.
energy.
Won't
This is
let
a
me get
Duke
in.
and
Listen
Stu
to you.
show.
Listen to you.
This is-
While I'm talking about talking, you two can't help but interrupt. Get a fucking hold of yourselves. Whatever therapy that you've got to go through to get through the show today, get it out because we need to talk about
Okay.
fucking video games. Yes, you've got glasses. Yes, you hate fucking everything that's bad. Get over it.
Oh, okay then.
Well, that's the thing. If you had gotten me
sorry.
on Thursday, I would have been on the show like, yeah, that's fine. Video games, whatever. But now,
Jesus.
I'm back. Ah!
Jeepers creepers.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
Come on, people. What you been playing?
Next question.
Wow.
Who's starting? Chinny, you start.
I think
this week.
Chitty
I feel
should
like-
start. Let's
Yeah,
let
gotta
him
start,
go
Chin.
for it.
Start
Go
me
for
up.
I finished Somerville.
Oh
Woo!
my
I haven't.
God. Where is it? Oh wait, I don't have it under Chinny. I have it under this.
Let's play. Guess the game that Chinny's played and finished this week.
He
And
just
you're-
told us, Duke.
I
How can we
know,
guess
but
it when he just told us?
The point is, he finished a game. That's the song I played with
Oh,
someone finished
okay.
a game.
I thought it was the victory
Crying
song.
out
You know,
loud.
the
Chinny, tell us all about how you feel about Somerville's.
It was okay. It was not as good as Inside and Limbo.
Well,
I am
no,
scared
duh.
to carry on talking just in case I get interrupted.
Was it half as good as Inside?
Yeah, what would you say?
It was more than
percentage-wise?
half.
Was it
75% is
80%?
good.
Yeah, 75%.
More like 68%.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
Okay.
good.
I like
Yes.
that.
It was fine. I didn't like the ending. There are 6 endings.
You didn't.
Really? Maybe you got the bad ending then.
I did all of the endings. They were all
Oh.
awful.
Ooh, that's
God.
bad news.
The game
man.
is vague
so
and
here's the
weird.
question, Shinny. Right. Okay. So here's the question then.
Mm.
I didn't get very far in this game.
No.
Would you recommend that I even go through it?
No.
Well, I already
Really?
installed it, so I'm glad to hear that. I
Do
made the
you,
right
do you think
choice.
I should finish it?
Yes.
Okay.
But you won't.
Why do you want Chinny to finish? Stu to
I
finish it,
will.
but not me.
No, I will. I played a bit more this week. I did play a bit more.
Because Duke, there's no hope for you. You will hate it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. I
so
think I'm
there's no
coming to
chance
this
that I'll like it,
conclusion.
is what you mean.
There is no chance. Stu might.
That's very
might-
different from there being no
Stu
hope for
might
me.
convince himself that it's good or
Of
something.
course I will.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
It's not a great ending. It's my problem again with video games that have trippy endings. It's the trippy ending problem, which
Oh dear.
Inside and Limbo didn't have. They didn't have trippy endings.
Oh, come away, Mum. You're saying Inside did
No,
not
it's-
have a
it's
trippy
weird,
ending.
but
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
trippy,
no, but no. What I mean by
It was
trippy endings,
weird.
Stu, hold off.
Okay.
When I say trippy ending, I mean weird dream sequence endings where you don't know what's real and what's not. The end of
Oh, it's like the
Inside.
Bobby Ewing ending.
I don't know what that is. The end of Inside is that's what actually happened. There is no. This is a dream. Like this is
Okay.
what's
Who
happening.
even knows what
right
real
now.
is?
You
Right.
see, what they should have done, right? This is what I think the ending of Somerville should have been. Is just the beginning again, them waking up on the sofa,
No.
and it was all
That's Limbo. That's
while
just
they
doing
were
a circle.
dreaming.
No.
You should play it,
It was
then,
all a
Stu.
dream.
Why is that what happens?
You're not far off.
I'm on. Oh,
Christ.
that's brilliant.
That's
I was
weak.
just
That's
guessing.
not brilliant. Why is that brilliant? That's
No,
what
it's brilliant
half
that I
of my
guessed it.
creative writing students do for every story they write. They come
Yeah.
up with this great idea, and then it's like, oh,
What
don't
I
know how to
would
end it.
do,
Oh, just make it a
Duke,
dream.
what I would do, I'd be like, and it was all a dream, and then right at the end, I'd make you turn a page and I'd go, a wet dream. and then
Or you can do it. It was all a dream, and then you turn the page. He goes, "Psych! No, it wasn't.
Psych.
He's actually dead."
which was then a dream. Yeah, they pull that trick. They pull other tricks. It's the trippy
I'm
ending.
looking it up.
I hate trippy endings. They're not good. They're lazy. They're boring. Please stop it. And yeah, Somerville did a trippy
I mean, I will say that there are some like movies that have trippy endings. I can't think of any right now, but I'm sure there
Think
exist
of one.
where, what, huh?
Think of one.
I'm trying to. But
Think
the
of
point
one
is,
now.
I think they can. I think they can work if they're done well, but it's very rare.
It's
and I
very
can't think of any
rare.
movie. Come on, people in the chat, help me out. Give me a movie
I
with
can
a
give
trippy
you
ending
a,
with a
a
trippy
trivia, and I
ending.
can't bloody think what it's called.
I think that the Matrix 3 has a very trippy ending, doesn't it? With the
No, well,
with the
kind of.
architect, I think that counts as a very sort of like.
I'll give you
Well,
the
it's in 2,
trippiest-
isn't it? Whatever. I don't
I'll
know.
give you the trippiest ending to any film ever, dude.
Scanner
that
Darkly
you
is
should
pretty
have
trippy.
got. Mulholland Drive.
Ugh,
the
that's just a
fucking
shit
trippy-
ending.
No, it's
in a
trippy
shit
as fuck.
movie.
It's just weird.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, I'll
stupid.
tell you, like AI has a
Scanner
terrible.
Darkly.
It doesn't. Is it a trippy ending? No, it's not. A what I'm talking
No.
about though is endings the way you don't know what's real and what's not real. And
Okay, how about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
No, you know what's real and what's not real in that ending. That's
Not
pretty straight. It is totally
really.
straightforward.
Well, I disagree.
I don't think
Well, the
this
whole- the
argument.
whole ending
I
of-
don't think.
no.
I don't think this argument applies to movies. I don't think it translates. Right.
No, the
What I'm
whole
talking
ending of
about-
Eternal Sunshine. Can I just say, just to
Ugh.
clarify, is
Sorry, I brought
basically
it
they
up,
wipe
Jenny.
the memory and they meet each other again and they don't remember and they just get together again. That's
Yeah,
not
but
a
you don't know
trippy
where it's
ending.
going, though, and you
Yeah,
don't
but
know
that's
how
not a
much of
trippy
what's in
ending.
there is essential to who he is, and how much
But
is
that makes
planted
total
on
sense,
from
though.
elsewhere.
It's not like
We're not talking
he
about this.
feel
Chinny's
all
dead. We killed Chinny.
fake?
We have to bring him back to life. Chinny, get back to us. Talk more about Somerville. I'm sorry I brought up movies.
Oh yeah, there you go. What about Nightmare on Elm Street?
Shut up.
No,
Chinny needs to talk about movies.
Wizard of
Hang on.
Oz.
No, Wizard of Oz really was just a dream. That's not like.
That's a trippy ending, though.
See,
Although it's
this
like,
is this is what happens every week, right? They go, Chitty, what are you playing? Then they end up talking about fucking Freddy
Well,
Krueger.
it's a conversation.
I'm-
It's not,
It's
a
not a
monologue.
conversation, Stu.
It
It's
is a
it's me
conversation.
saying things and then you going, "What about a
No,
tunnel
someone in the chat said, what about
mind?"
Nightmare on Elm Street? Because he pulls it through
Jesus.
the window at the end and all that bullshit.
Right,
and it's like,
I
play
don't
to the
think-
wall. I don't know.
The argument of trippy movies and trippy video games is relevant because I don't think.
Well, you brought it up.
Well, I'm bringing it back up, right? I'm unbringing it up.
Unbringing it up.
Yeah. Because games, Duke is being quiet. Yes, I appreciate that. Because games do it all the time,
Oh.
and it's fucking annoying, and I hate it. And yeah, I just wish it would stop. And Inside did such a good job. I don't mind vague endings, even though sometimes they're a bit shit.
Yeah.
I don't mind endings where you've got to interpret it a bit differently or whatever. I just hate the whole, here's a level where fucking things are flying off or doing weird shit, and now you're here, and jump cut to there, and jump cut to there, and now you're this, and then you wake up where you started, but did you really? And then did you not? And then now you're back, and they're dead, or they're alive. Or...
See, that's the thing. I think a lot of people think it's very deep if they. There was a movie. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, there was some movie where it's like you keep having these layers and you don't know what's real. Oh, Inception, of course. Duh. And the point
Yeah,
is, in
Inception's a
Inception,
great one
it
for
doesn't
that.
matter what level of reality you're on, or if you're in the real world or not. Well, thanks a lot. I didn't need a movie to tell me it doesn't matter if you're in a simulation or not. Jesus Christ.
I think it would matter to me if I knew I could bend the fucking earth like
Well,
that.
yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd,
that would be
I'd
cool.
want to know if I was in that world. Do you know what I mean? I'd be
Yeah.
like, at least tell me I could do that.
Right.
But you know, the spinning top, it wobbled at the end.
Does it wobble? But does it wobble?
But did it fall?
Right.
But did it?
But he's with his kids now.
You're not that
Darren
deep,
Sims put
Christopher
Donnie
Nolan.
Darko in the chat,
Oh,
which is a
Christ.
good,
it's
shout for
not.
weird endings or weird film in general. To be fair, let's be honest,
Hmm.
it's all kinds of weird all the way through.
Yeah. This is a different argument to like the end of Sopranos. Do you know what I mean? Like this is a different
Right.
argument to that. It's what it is games selling out and going, right, we don't know how to end this, so we're just going to make it weird. And that's my main gripe
I
with
mean-
most video game endings.
I mean, reading this summary, it sounds like they had this idea from the jump. I don't think it doesn't sound to me like they painted themselves into a corner, but I could be wrong.
I mean, there's loads of ways you can end an alien invasion
Yeah,
game.
sure.
There are 6 endings to the game. 2 of them are secret, which I've also done.
Okay.
The other 4 are, well, one's really, really hard to figure out, so I didn't, so I googled it, and the sort of ending that I did sums me up quite nicely. You know what I would do in a situation like that.
Okay.
Just think about Fallout 3 and what I did to the
Oh
to
Jesus.
that town. Just yeah.
Helping everybody, being friendly.
So
So let me ask you a
yeah.
question, Ginny. Is this on a par with 12 minutes? As in, like,
no, I think 12 minutes is much worse.
right? Okay,
much
then. Well, that's not
worse.
as, but I feel better then.
Yeah,
Slightly
yeah.
better.
I think you should play it, Stu. You won't, but I think you should
I
and
will.
finish
No, I
it.
will do. I promise I'll play it and finish it.
Yeah, and where are you in the game? Because I wasn't that far from the end.
I can't remember. I played a lot of stuff this week. I
Can
played a
you
little bit. I
remember?
just remember playing a little bit more, but I can't remember. I think it was just a little bit past the music festival bit.
Yeah, you've got like probably about 3 hours or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
2
feel
hours,
like
3
I've
hours.
got still quite a bit of game to go.
Yeah, I was going to
No, I didn't play a
update
lot,
my,
but I have played a little bit.
I was going to update my game list, but it's exactly the same, so that's fine. Yes, so that's Somerville. It's fine. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. I'll give it that. The end, don't let the ending
Put you off.
ruin it all because it's a pretty good game. I just found that it just copped out. Where I think the end of Inside was so good, they don't achieve that here.
Right.
Hmm. Oh,
I
okay.
got you.
You know, we'll go in that.
What, did you have
Uh,
fun along the way?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did. Yeah, I
that's
thought
good,
it
I
was
like
good. I thought the music was great. I thought the music on the end credits was great. I think the vibe is
And the
good.
visuals were so great, you had to share them on the screen.
Let's go. Good vibe.
Well,
Oh, is that
anyway.
it? We done.
Well, we've spent most of it talking about fucking Freddy Krueger, so why put him on?
That is true. It's fucking
That's
true.
a good point.
Well, I'll talk next because
Go ahead.
Because you haven't spoke yet.
Yeah, I haven't fucking
Stu,
said
and That's what he
anything.
does is talk.
I talk all the time.
Yeah, go ahead, talk.
Because I have got my internet fixed.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't been able to play any PC VR for ages because it just doesn't fucking
Oh.
work anymore. It's been terrible,
Yeah,
right?
And
It's
you got
all like-
glasses. You can wear the glasses inside
Oh.
the VR helmet and see.
No, I don't. I'm not doing that. It's fine.
Not
I
with
can
that
see
attitude.
close up, kind of. So yeah, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna get it out. So I thought, what's come out recently in VR that looks fucking great?
Nothing.
And that would be Half-Life 2 VR mod, right? So I was like, let's get that shit downloaded. So I did. So I downloaded it. I got loaded up.
So you have the latest high tech
Yeah.
VR headset, so that
Yeah.
you can play a game from 16 years ago, 18 years ago. I'm bad at math.
You're saying it like that, right? But just remember, one of my favorite games of last year was Resident Evil 4 in VR.
Yeah, but at least
which
they
is even-
redid it.
No, they didn't. It was the exact same
fine, I
game,
don't know,
pretty
I'm just
much.
talking
It was,
smack.
the graphics were
Fair
pretty
enough.
much the same.
Okay.
But they
you
just
don't ever
also.
get to give me smack for talking for
But
playing
look,
old games.
right, you can see on screen how like you can improvise in the game. This dude's using a barrel as a shield.
Yes, he is. It's
But it's
true.
like, oh, I haven't thought of that, but I'm gonna do that now. I'm just like,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Hey, I'm glad you're having fun. I really.
Do you know what? I am blown away with what they've managed to achieve. This is as good as Resident Evil 4 in VR. I mean, this is like one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And you're in the fucking game. I'm in the game, running
Honestly,
around.
how long has VR?
EA Sports. You're in the game.
VR, this new wave of VR has been out for like 8 years now, and Stu's still banging on like you're in it.
It's not. Yeah,
Jenny,
but
no, come on.
it's my favorite game of all time. It's like
I
it's
know.
just amazing.
But if they
Yeah, but got
if they
Skyrim
released
VR, I'm like,
if
so.
yeah if they released like GTA or Red
GTA
Dead 2 in
5,
VR, I'd be like I don't know, like whatever.
I think they have. I think there are mods available now. for
Good,
that sort of
good
stuff.
for those people.
I think there probably are. But what this dude has done, I don't know whether it's one dude or a team or whatever, but he has properly like thought about how the interface works, how you hold a weapon. Do you know what I mean? Everything's like just works.
I
It's
hope he thought
like-
about it. I hope he didn't just
No, but
smash it together.
I guess
No,
you'll
but-
push forward.
but
on
let's
it.
be honest, some mods are shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
They don't do the best of jobs. This could be made by Valve.
I would love to play Half-Life 2 again, but just with a normal controller. Stu.
Well,
How do you
I've
feel
done
about
as
that?
well? I've done that as well. But I don't know. I just love it. I love the fact that, and it's fucking horrible. You know, when the head crabs jumping on you and stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
So
And
much
it's
fun. I just
fucking
hate it. It's
horrible.
fucking horrible.
It is, but that's
No,
what
the
makes it so
experience is
great.
terrifying.
Yeah, this dude's bugging me now with all the
Is he
chat
pulling
stuff.
up
It's
like
fun.
comments on his.
It's,
is that
yeah,
his
he's
YouTube
got
comment?
he's got a chat, so he's
That's
got
a
a chat
shield.
box.
Ah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get my
that's not a
trolls
shield.
online to get you to go away.
But the perspective is perfect. It just works. I mean, it just works. It's just like
Yeah,
a
does it
professional
just work?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't expect it to. I was like,
Well,
oh,
glad to hear it.
I guess he'll be all right. I mean, he's like fault about where the UI. There's no UI on screen, which is great. It's all on your gloves, so everything's
Uh-huh.
just on the gloves. You don't have to. There's nothing in the view apart from stuff. It's just good.
There's
honestly.
nothing in the view apart from stuff. Put that on
Stuff,
the
game
tweet.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's all game stuff. It's
Yeah.
great.
Okay. Glad to hear
But I
it.
love it, and I love the fact, right? Because I'll be honest, I'm a bit shit when it
No.
comes
Finally.
to aiming. I know, yeah, shit at games. I'm a bit shit at games when it comes to aiming with with joysticks and shit. I'm always like, oh god, put it on easy. But in VR, it's great because you can just aim using your hands, and I'm quite good at aiming with hands.
Right.
So I don't know, I like it a
Okay.
lot.
Well,
So
it's it's a different skill set, I suppose, to aim in VR versus aiming with the controller.
Yeah,
with the
definitely.
mouse and keyboard.
Definitely. So I can totally reckon, and it's free, by the way. Of course,
Just play
it's
it, people. Just play it.
If you've got VR, PC VR, this is
Yeah.
one thing that you should play to give it some go. Go like this is what VR's for. But there's also a new Half-Life Alex mod called Severance, which apparently is
Okay.
amazing as well. And I've downloaded that, and that's like a 5-hour campaign that someone's
And it's
made.
based on the Adam Scott TV show on Apple Plus.
I doubt it is, but we'll
That
go
was a
with that.
hilarious joke, though.
So I'll be playing that next week as well. Honestly, I'm back in VR both feet now that I can play me, PC VR again.
Well, somebody
in
has
it,
to
man.
be. I'm glad you're having fun with it.
I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna do, right, Duke? What are you having
Cool.
fun with?
Well, right now I'm having fun with the fact that this is so stupid, but I wish I could show you somehow. I have two monitors, one here and one here, yeah. And when I pass a window from this one to this one, it's like 50 pixels down, and it's at the top of the screen on the left one. It's so weird. I don't understand why that happens like that, but whatever.
You
I'm
can
freaking out
change
about
that.
it. I'm sure I can. Who cares?
It's
Anyway,
ridiculously easy to change that.
Yeah, it's
Rocket
very easy.
League, Skyrim, they're fun. I've been playing them, and also Gudonia. This was the role-playing
Gudonia.
game that I made.
Yeah, I know,
last
that's how
week.
you
I'm
have
not
to
going to
say
say
it.
too much about it. Don't pull it up. It's not even bother pulling it up.
Okay, I
I
won't
went
pull
on.
it
I
up.
did a few missions. It's a good RPG. It doesn't look amazing, but it's fun. And I don't think I even wrote anything down about it this week because it was just a couple of good missions. I fought some water monsters, and then I climbed up this weird series of platforms, and I killed a monster up top. Nope, I didn't even write it down. All right, because I'm going to talk about another game I've been playing. It's a free 10 hours worth of the game available to people who have Xbox Game Pass.
Mm.
yeah.
EA. I don't know if it's available on the console, but it is available on the PC.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Need for Speed Unbound.
We were talking about Need for Speed.
Ah.
Okay. Well, is it available? Did y'all have access to this? Can you do this?
Who
through the console, or is
cares?
it just PC? Well.
That threw you off.
Well,
I'll
I
have a
did
look.
throw
I'll
me
have a
off.
look.
Okay.
I'll have a look.
So here's the thing. Need for Speed Payback is the last game I was playing on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I mean, it's just came out. How often do I get to talk about games that just came out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all the Need for Speed games are just the same.
They're all
fucking
the
shit over and over
same.
again. They really are all the same. Except
Oh.
this game is actually doing some stuff that's different. Chinny's literally going to look this up. He's going to, I don't even know what he's doing. Anyway, here's the thing. This game remembers that people like to have fun when they're racing. So,
Aye.
for instance, when you activate the nitrous, it'll put these cartoony effects on the screen.
I'm
You
just
do
looking at this
drifting,
chalk lines on
does
the
some
ground
other-
and stuff.
Yeah, like it's got cool visuals. The cutscenes are like cartoony. The car mechanics are still pretty realistic, and in fact, the roads are really slippery. Now, I can't tell if that's because it recently rained, or more likely, you're supposed to do a lot of drifting because you build your nitrous by drifting around and stuff. So the cars, they slide and stuff, and I'm not used to that. I want the car to hug the road. So whatever.
You want
The
it like it's
mechanics-
on rails.
well, not on rails, but I like to hit the gas forever, and this is one of those games where you can't just hold the gas pedal down. You have
Most
to
of these
let up.
games you can't do that. I hate to
I
break
know,
it to
but
you.
I know, but I don't know. I guess I learned how to play Payback a certain way, and then it's a little different for Unbound. But the point is that it does, the story takes itself too seriously, but it's not that serious. Like the cutscenes are pretty short, and a lot of it is through phone calls while you're in the car. So it's like, it's pretty cool. I'm actually having fun with Unbound. Now I'm not going to buy it when the free demo expires.
All
after
right,
10
so this
hours.
isn't just free on Game Pass.
It's not. You can't play the whole thing on Game Pass. You can play it for 10
Ah.
hours.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if anybody figured out if you can play it on the console.
I'm
or not,
looking.
But, yeah.
He's looking.
It was funny. There's this one part
No.
where okay, so it's just PC players.
Yes.
Interesting.
That is a bit
well,
weird.
You're
They
weird.
had this song.
You're
When you
weird.
start the game, it's like, how real is this? How real is this? And like the visuals are so crazy and idiotic, and you're flying over shit. Like, not real at all. Like, what is this song? It's the wrong song to be playing for this game. You might have done it for Payback, but not this game. And then at one point they go, you got to go to this race and win that race to get money. But there was a $6,000 buy-in to the race. And I'm like, what? Huh? I can't. How am I supposed to? What? I don't have the money for that race. So I went back home. You have to drive across the map again. And I get back home and it's like, hey, you should check out this race. I'm like, I can't go to that race, motherfucker. I don't have the money. So I couldn't figure out what to do. So I went back to the race. And then I realized there's an option of 2 races in that one meetup. And so one of the races was free and one of them cost $6,000 to get.
Hey, Duke, a correction. You can play
Yes.
the trial.
Oh, you can play it on
Downloading it
console.
now.
Okay.
Ah.
Wow. I would love to know what y'all think. I mean, look, to a great extent, it is just another racing game.
Mhm.
But I think the visuals are really cool. It's fun to play. It's I have it on easy setting, and I'm still only coming in like 3rd or 2nd on most of these races.
Mm.
And that's because I suck. But on the other hand, I was winning everything on Payback, so I kind of assumed I would win everything on this too. But I don't know.
Darren Sim says, "What's an example of a racing game you do like, Duke?"
Well, I loved Need for Speed Carbon back in the day. That was my favorite racing game of all time. I liked Driver San Francisco, as we all know. That's the best racing game
Oh,
ever.
that's
'cause
just
you're
the fucking weirdest,
swapping between
stupidest
people 'cause
racing
you're in-
game.
Talk about games you don't know what's real. The whole thing's in
Yeah.
a guy's
Yeah, there
head.
you go. That's a
It's in
trippy game.
coma.
I like.
What about
And-
Burnout Paradise? Do you
Burnout
like that?
Paradise. I didn't love Burnout Paradise the way everyone else loved it. I don't know why. It just
Neither did I. I thought it was good, but
it was
didn't-
good.
Everybody banged on
Yeah.
about it.
They did.
So
Everyone
the
lost
thing
their
I think
shit.
that this game does right is it says we want a distinct visual look. Like you're not going to look at this game and think it's any other game, right? And
Yeah.
and the one thing I've noticed is if you're doing a race and you hit something, you're done. It'll rewind the game, but you're in last place and you're probably not going to catch up. So you might as well just restart the race when you hit something, which is frustrating, but whatever. It also means that it's more satisfying when you actually win a race. And they've got this heat level, so after the race is over, it'll say like, now you got to escape from the cops. And that part is so much fun, escaping from the cops, because you're jackknifing them and you're like crashing them into the walls and stuff. It's like, yeah, come get me, coppers. And I've
Wow.
outrun the cops more than once, so that's nice, because I didn't outrun anybody in Payback, but maybe I just didn't get good enough. I don't know.
Well,
Hey,
there
the
you go.
Duchess got hay for her goats.
Excellent.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
it looks good. It looks.
It looks alright.
looks-
It's
my
fun.
my favorite
I'm
racing
having
game
fun
is
with
apart from the Mario Karts, Split Second. I think.
Yeah, that
Split
was a good one.
Second, I like that one.
By the way, speaking of Mario, did y'all see someone with the new Mario, trailer that came
Yeah.
out? Someone was like, "Why they had to ruin Mario with this woke rainbow flag nonsense?" And someone was
wow.
like, "Dude, it's the Rainbow Road."
It's the Rainbow Road. Yeah.
Stupid people are stupid.
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I watched that
Anyway,
new.
Need for Speed Unbound.
I watched that new trailer of the Mario. It's Mario.
It looks cool.
It looks
Have
good.
you watched it?
I-
Talking of
It does.
trailers, have you watched the new Last of Us trailer that came out?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Oh.
It looks pretty good.
There was a new one.
It looks fine.
It looks
It
all right.
exactly.
I'll
it looks
rewatch it.
exactly what you expect it to look
Yeah,
like.
it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I like Bella Ramsey. She was great in Game of Thrones. She was one of my
Who
favorite
was she
characters.
in Game of Thrones?
She was Lady Mormont. She
Who was
played, and
that?
she was like of the like this tiny island place, and she was the only person available because everyone else had been killed. So she was like about 12, but was in charge, and she was
Oh
proper
yeah, yeah.
feisty.
Oh, is that her? Is it?
Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And she
Oh,
got quite. She wasn't really meant to have a big part, but they loved her so much. She got quite a big part towards the end of the
Yeah.
show.
Uh,
But yeah, Lady Mormont.
yeah. No,
I loved it.
it's fine. Like yeah, whether I'll watch it straight away, I don't know. But it looks fine. I'm watching.
I'll
Top Boy-
definitely watch it.
I'm watching Top Boy at the moment, so that's what we're watching,
Oh, okay.
which is good.
We watched Troll last night. That was pretty good.
Which
Have you
one's
seen Troll? It's
the-
¡1 in the charts on Netflix. It's a Norwegian film, a bit
No.
like Godzilla.
not
but with a
Trolls?
troll.
Starring Justin
no, no.
Timberlake and Katy Perry.
No, no.
No, right.
And not Troll Hunter, which is also very good. But no, it's basically like Godzilla or King Kong, but it's a troll. So it's
Okay.
pretty much troll rampaging through Norway. It's pretty good.
I see.
Cool.
Can't beat a bit of popcorn movie. The dubbing's not great though. Okay, it was
Well,
like, oh,
speaking of popcorn movies,
Uh.
yeah, we watched Dark Waters with Mark Ruffalo about how DuPont lied about dumping a lot of chemicals in
that
people's
does not sound
farmland.
like a popcorn movie.
It
Just
was
saying.
such a popcorn. Mark Ruffalo is like in his office sorting through files. Like,
Yeah, it sounds
get 'em,
exciting.
Hulk. Yeah,
Wow.
that's great.
Shall we talk about Norco, the game we all played this week, and see what we thought?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Chinny gave this a play. Did you give it a play, Chinny?
I forgot.
Oh,
Aw,
fuck
Jesus.
it, Al.
I
Jesus
forgot. I
Well,
Christ.
let
totally
me
forgot.
say then.
Oh my
well,
god!
we appreciate your honesty, Chinny. Let me say that I played this game, Stu.
And I played it
Um,
too.
Yeah, and then I stopped playing it because it's goddamn annoying as shit. And Chinny, you would have hated this game.
Yeah.
It's
You
all
would.
reading.
It
The
is a
whole thing
lot
is
of reading.
reading.
Oh my god!
It's
There's
Why
a
would you
lot of
give
it.
me this game?
a lot of this is critically
it's
acclaimed.
stylized
by the way.
graphics.
This
I don't give a
was
So
fuck.
what? Critically acclaimed. Critically acclaimed. My ass
nominated
is
for,
critically
for
acclaimed.
like indie game of the year and
So
stuff.
fucking what? The point is, I'm sure some people would really like this game. If I gave it a chance, maybe I would. But I told you what my end of my week was like. So on Saturday, when it was time to play some games, I played this for like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh fuck me, I ain't playing this shit.
I have, Chinny, come to the
You take off the
conclusion-
face on this little Madonna statue, and there's a hard drive spot.
Yeah,
You
there
put
is.
something in the hard drive. What? What do I put in? I don't know.
Well, what do you
Wander
think you put an
around,
SD
find
card? What do you
something.
think you're putting in there?
Go look around, see what you can find. Talk to a robot. There's some robot sitting in a truck, and you're supposed to talk to it, I guess, and maybe he'll give you a hard drive. I don't know. Fuck this
No,
shit.
you've just got to. It's a point and click adventure game. You've got to.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that when I started it, did I?
Got to point and click and stuff, don't you? What's the matter
No,
with
I
you?
don't.
I just want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
I thought he was pretty good, by the way. I thought he was pretty good,
Great.
but Chinny would have fucking hated this
Yes,
Yeah.
he would have.
with a passion. I can see him looking at it now, probably hating just looking at it.
I'm wondering if the video is playing. Oh yeah, it is playing. Right. It doesn't look like it's playing.
Yeah, there's not much animation. I'm just gonna say that from the outset.
Jeez.
No,
It
there
is
really
kind of
not.
like looking at scenes and clicking on stuff. It's not really animated as such. There are animated characters, but yeah, majority of it's just clicking on stuff within a scene.
Yep.
No, thank you.
It's very story heavy. Can I just say?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
story heavy. Yeah, and the beginning's a little bit trippy, so Chini probably wouldn't like that either.
It's not trippy. You know what it is? Oh, I can't believe I'm letting him get away with this.
What?
That you threw your phone in the Rio Grande, and then you went to have a burrito, and then you decided to go back to see your mom who had died, and then you spent 6 years in the military or some shit. You're like, what's going on? I have no idea what this is even about. Seriously, that's the opening description of what's going on at the start of the game.
Yeah,
And then you're at your house.
Yes,
Why
you
did I
are.
throw my phone in the Rio Grande? That makes no sense.
Well, it might depend. It might have been a reason. There's got obviously a reason.
Does there? Or are they just asking you to take a leap of faith?
Look, this game. Honestly, this game.
Keep telling me how it's critically
love
acclaimed it is. That doesn't mean a thing.
People love
And
this
Mulholland
game.
Drive. A lot of people love that, and it's still a shit movie.
But yeah, I've come to the conclusion, Chinny, and you alluded to this earlier.
Yeah.
Right? I think you'd be lucky if do like 1% of the games that came out in a year. I think if you took every game that came out this year, I reckon it's less than 1% he would actually like.
I don't
I
think
like
so.
Need for Speed Unbound.
That didn't come out this year,
I like
did it?
it.
Or
Yes, it
that
is.
a good
Yes,
one?
it
It
is.
Or
just
that
came
a-
out this week.
or
What
is
are
that
you
a brand
talking
new
about?
one? All right, okay. All right, steady. Steady on.
I think you're
Calm
being a bit
down.
harsh because like he's
Oh, I
talking.
don't know.
No, because he's mentioned that shitty RPG that he likes, and
That is true. That is true.
like but look, you play a lot of indie games, Duke. Like you play a lot of
Yeah.
I think you play a lot of tat to try and
Yep.
find
Well, I
the.
played Octopath Traveler. Shady Part
Right.
of Me. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I mean, that didn't come
You
out this
did.
year, but
It didn't come
still.
out this year though.
Yeah. Chivalry 2, I thought was okay.
Mm,
I think you're being a bit
I'm not
harsh.
convinced. I don't know whether I am. I don't know whether
Monument
I am.
Valley, I like that.
I would
Well,
have. I would
okay,
have said
Duke
it's a
doesn't like
very
game.
small
Duke doesn't
percentage.
like games, and you don't finish them. Like, what's the
I
difference?
don't think.
like
I don't think
Coral
Duke likes
Island.
video games.
I like Coral Island. That was all right.
You like that Australian, what was it, Third Dinkum or
Yeah,
whatever it's called?
Dinkum. Yeah,
Dinkum.
that game rocks.
Dinkum.
How about you just talk about what you like and never mind about what I like? God
Or
damn,
don't
everyone wants
like.
to talk some shit about me. It's like in a fucking Rocket League game. My teammates diving all over the place, doing all sorts of weird shit, and I'm like, I think maybe we should like organize our team a little bit. Stop typing! What the fuck's wrong with you? Play more, type less. I'm like, dude, I'm just what?
Yeah, I think he's got a point though. To be fair,
Tell us why you like Norco, Stu.
I didn't say I necessarily.
He doesn't. He
liked it
can't.
a lot.
He can't.
So the problem
It
is,
was-
I don't like anything, but
It-
you know,
It's a bit right. Okay, I kind of like it, and I'm going to give it a chance, but
okay.
it's a bit wordy.
Yes, it is.
It's a bit shit.
It's a bit wordy. There is a lot. I mean, I don't mind reading, but there is a
Nerd.
lot of reading.
Yes, there is.
There is a lot of reading, but I'm going to stick with it because it's meant to be good. So I'm going to just give it a go. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I should give it a first shake before I dismiss it completely.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just think there are some games I know are they're not for me. And
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
saying
I
it's a
get
bad
that.
game. It's just not for me.
It's not for you. It's not
Yes.
for you.
More power to you.
Right,
if you like.
fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough. Okay.
Okay.
Right, Duke, what have you played? What else?
Well,
have
I
you
thought
been
Chinny
playing?
would go next.
Oh yeah, Chinny. I keep forgetting Chinny. I forgot because
Uh,
he didn't play this one.
I'll play some more God of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you played any more of this, Stu?
I have. I've played quite a bit more this week, so I'm still plowing through it.
I've got to. I don't know. It's hard to
Where
talk
are
about
you
without
at?
spoiling where I'm
I
at.
know, I'm trying to think where I was up to when I stopped again.
Well, basically, is it?
I'd played as a different character.
Yes, we're at the same place.
So I've played as a different
Hey.
character.
Have you finished
did
that
that for-
section, or are you still on that section?
Yes, yeah, no, I finished that section.
Okay, I'm still on that section.
Yeah, so I finished. The first time you play as the other character, I finished. So I'm back playing as.
Do you play
Dad
as that
again.
person again?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it
Yeah, it
switches quite a
seems-
bit
yeah,
throughout the
probably.
game.
Yeah. So
So I am
that's I've
past
just
that.
the first time you do that, that's where I'm at, and I've done quite a bit of that section. So that's we're not
Yep.
that far away.
No, it's similar. I think
Yeah.
that's the trouble. I'm trying to get this done, so I'm playing quite a lot of it and not playing much.
I
of
feel
any-
like it's so sporadic every time I play. I'm just like, oh my god, I've got like I play 20 minutes here and then 15 minutes there. It's like,
Yeah,
I haven't
I
had like
like
a
it.
good 2-3 hours on it ever. It's always like 20 minutes, half an
Yeah.
hour, 10 minutes.
I'll be honest, at the moment, I'm feeling a little bit like, I don't know. I like it, but I feel like its pacing's not great at the moment. Like it drags on a bit.
It has dragged. Yeah, it has dragged. There's no big
Like-
moments happen for a while.
No, it's just
Um,
like you're fannying around for a bit.
Well, Darren Sim in the chat has finished it. He finished it on Tuesday.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe he can give us, without any spoilers, some insight
Yeah,
of like, should we keep going? Does it get better? What does
Well,
he
we're going to
think?
keep going.
I mean, we've
let's
got to
be
keep
honest.
going, but I'm just saying, like, where
We're
I was
gonna
thinking the
still
same
go.
thing. Where I'm at now it is dragging a bit. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god. So, I think it's fine though. Obviously, I just think this game has fallen victim to being like promised to be one of the best games ever made, and it's very, very, very good. But like we said last week, it's more of the same. So it's brilliant, and it probably is one of the best games that's come out this year. However, you know, it's not anything new or different that I've seen. So
No, and I think that's the problem. I think it's more of the same.
yeah.
I
Would
think
you
it's
say
more of the
it's?
same.
Are you more satisfied with it than you were Plague Tale in that regard? Because you were
No,
kinda down
because
on Plague Tale for
like
that.
because with I suppose with Plague Tale, I was debating this. I was like, you know, am I enjoying this more than Plague Tale? And I feel like I was more invested in Plague Tale.
I was just gonna say, I'd say with the way you played Plague Tale, you raced through that, didn't you? You just
Yeah.
you know, you were
But
stuck in it.
I was really
With
looking forward to the
this,
sequel
Yeah.
of Plague
Yeah.
Tale. I really wanted
Right.
to know where they went. I know it's not the big deepest story, but I'm just like, I like these characters. I want to know what they're going to do next.
Right.
And there are moments in Plague Tale where they did things in the second one which they never got close to in the first one, in terms of like big set
Right.
pieces and things like that. And it's super impressive when you're running away from millions and millions of rats. That's a cool section. And then they have an open
Yes.
world section and all sorts of stuff. With this God of War, I mean, it's copy and paste more or less. You know, it's all fine. I suppose the thing that Stu and I have given away during this episode, so which is that you play as another character, is new. That's interesting. And when that
Yeah.
happened, I thought, okay, that's something new. Finally, something different in the game, where you play as someone else. And it was good, and it's a good section, and I'm enjoying that. It's a bit of a different bit of scenery, and yeah, I like that. But it's very dense in terms of its mechanics, God of War, whereas a Plague Tale is it's very light, really. There's only about 4 or 5 things to tackle each situation. With God of War, there's just tons and tons of systems, and the
I don't think it's
menu
quite
is
as
messy
heavy
as.
Yeah, I don't think it's as heavy as the first game. I think they have tightened it up a little bit, but
I
they
still feel
haven't
no. I think it's
tightened it
messier.
up enough. Do you think?
Yeah, because you've got like Atreus's tree and like
Well,
his
yeah,
like
but
thing there, and I know they had that before, but
I don't mind
know.
that too much. I don't mind it too much. But you are right. There is a bit, but I've seen worse.
Yeah,
Do
so
you know what I mean?
Darren Sim says in the chat, defo keep going, and yeah, it gets better, and so much happens. But you're right in what you're saying
Okay.
about pacing early on. There's a couple of moments in God of War I just can't get out of my head. Very emotional, which is good from a game like that. So he's saying, yeah, there's good things to come, which I'm sure there is. But what I do find really fucking silly in this game, I find it really silly, and it proper takes me out of it, is when those dwarfs just pop up. You've travelled about an hour,
Oh yeah, they come up everywhere,
and
don't
then they
like
just
fast
go,
travel.
"Oh yeah, I'm here," and you're
Yeah.
like, "Just show me how to get here. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why
I've
have I
spent
had
the
to
last
do all
hour
that?
getting here.
Like, you've got here. Just take me to here."
Yeah.
I
'cause you
just
were with
find
him
that
at the
so
last
stupid.
location.
Yeah, I'd have been happier if, because you keep going back to that house, don't you? I'd have
Yeah.
been happier if like you can't get to a shop until you go back to that house. Yeah, it's very difficult. Darren says the gear annoys me too much and hard to look at and understand. Yep. So yeah, I think the menus are dense. I think the mechanics are very dense. But it's good. It's a good game.
There's a lot of armor, isn't there? I mean, I've got that cool armor you can get near the beginning of the game. I just keep upgrading it.
Yeah, yeah.
it's
That's the
fine.
thing. You never know. Am I wearing the right armor? Do you know what I
I
mean?
don't
Like, am I
know.
wearing the right thing? Yeah. Should I just keep
Yeah, it's not
upgrading
easy
the same
to
thing?
compare, is it? It's not easy to see where you go like,
No.
oh, this is better than that piece of
And
gear.
I
or
was
whatever.
looking at my armor today, and I was like, it looks silly. I don't like the way it looks. It looks silly. You know what I mean? So yeah, you never know.
I've got the proper full-on shiny stuff that you get from the chests early on.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well,
yeah.
this brings us to a question which often comes up in MMOs and stuff. Is it better to, like, how often do we sacrifice the best quality armor, the most protective armor, for the stuff that looks cooler? Because I tend to go for stuff
yeah.
that looks cool.
I go for absolute numbers and stats, like whatever's best.
Yeah.
I don't care how stupid it
Yeah,
looks.
even if you look shit,
Yeah, whatever wins this fight.
Fair enough.
that's what you want. You see,
That's
who
me.
cares about how you look as long as it's
I care
protecting
about. I
you,
want to look cool. Some of us
making you
wanna look cool.
stronger. giving you better spells to do. That's what you want. What's the matter with you?
I don't know.
And then like
Doesn't
with,
matter what
with
you
God of
look
War
like.
as well, you find a new thing like a relic, and like now you can press L1 and circle, and it charges you. I'm like, do
Yeah,
I
it
need
does.
another fucking thing? Like I don't need another thing. Just let
I
me
don't know.
use them. Upgrade
Some
the
of it is quite cool.
Yeah.
Can I
I
just
know,
say some of the
just
attack
like,
stuff?
bloody hell! How much shit do you want to give me?
I don't know.
It's just
And
annoying.
I think what tends to happen is in these types of games, you get an attack that you like, or you know,
You get
moves
like
that
about
you
get
find
like about
work.
5 or 6 that you like, and
Yeah,
you just keep
that you like, and you just
rotating
keep
them.
doing it. Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You never do all of the stuff that you can do because there's just too much fucking of it, isn't there?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's not up to Bayonetta standard, can I say? I'm secretly playing that and I'm not told anyone. No, I'm not.
Oh
No, I'm not. It was a lie. It was a lie. I'm
No, he's not
I'm
lying.
not.
Don't
I am
believe
lying.
you.
I am lying.
Oh, he's been
I'm
playing
thinking about it
Bayonetta.
now. It has crossed my mind more than once, can I say? I feel like I'm doing myself out
Why
of a great
why
game.
do you care about if you're playing Bayonetta or not? Oh, who cares?
I know, but you know, you got to stand up for yourself. But then she was
was a
talking all the
bitch.
bullshit.
Well, then what are you
Yeah,
talking
she
about? You
was.
think she lied, so therefore there's
Yeah,
nothing
that's
to
true.
stand up about. Just
Yeah, you're
play it
right.
if you wanna play it.
I've got an out now, haven't I? I might play it in the new year.
Yeah, play it.
I'll play it.
Okay.
I
Play it,
did
you
buy a
sell out.
fucking Switch to play it. Then never
Exactly,
Yeah,
bought
there you
it.
go. You might
But,
as well.
It's crazy.
Stu,
Craziness.
you've got
Yeah.
a heart condition. You can do what you want.
Yeah, that is true. I
Yeah,
should just
exactly.
fucking do it, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do that.
Life's
I
too
don't know.
short, Stu.
You're not kidding. Although I feel fine, by the way. Can I just say I
Yeah.
feel okay. Everything's working, sort of.
Everything.
Everything is working,
Uh-huh.
sort of. I'll tell you what, though. You know what I was saying about getting a heart transplant, and I would be eligible for one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking
Eventually.
weird, though, wouldn't it? If you had somebody else's heart inside.
cool.
Especially if it was a murderer's heart, because then you'd start.
Well, you
murdering
don't know. I
Yeah,
doubt it's going to be.
that's
a
how that
murderous
works.
heart.
people. It is.
I doubt that's going to happen. But
I don't know. That's what
it
Jeffrey
would be
Dahmer
fucking
said.
weird, wouldn't it? If you're like, oh, I've got somebody else's heart in me who probably
Well,
died in a
yeah.
car accident or something.
Exactly.
It'd just be
And then you
well
start
off.
liking yellow biscuits. All right. Anything else to say about God of
Yellow
War Ragnarok?
biscuits.
No.
from
No,
Carl
it's
Pilkington.
it's all right. I'm not blown away.
Every time. Anything else to say about this? No. Here's a
No.
paragraph about what I have
Well,
to say.
not really. I'm just saying I'm not blown away
It's-
by it. It's all right.
Yep.
There's not much
Okay.
else to say.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
In that case, I am ready to talk about another game that we had a preview of last year, and the world said, no, fuck you. And then it went quiet.
Right.
And a student wrote about this. And the first sentence of the student's assignment said, Battlefield 2042 is not a bad game.
Yeah.
And it showed up on, again, EA Game Pass. And I'm like, well, shit, it doesn't cost anything to try. Let's see if he's right. And you know what? My student was right.
Mm.
This
Oh,
this
God.
is actually pretty good. I'm having fun with it.
Can you do
I seem to
squads?
recall. What's that?
Can you do squads?
Can you
Yeah,
do
can you do
squads?
squads?
Yes, there are
Yeah.
squads, and I don't like the squads. I'm on record as not liking the squads. But I seem to recall when the beta happened that we couldn't tag enemies. So that really annoyed me because that was something they did in Battlefield 5. They took out spotting enemies, and I look, I'm not the most useful person on a team, but I can spot a damn enemy. So that's one way I am useful.
And you can always get a little
I-
bit of experience for it.
You can get XP for that, and you can get XP for taking command posts. And I'm not great at taking command posts, but I am always. They tell you at the end of the round like what you led the squad in, or like what you were close to leading the squad in. If you didn't actually lead the squad in anything, I am always leading the squad in neutralizing and taking command posts. So I'm like,
Nice.
yeah, I'm useful. And in addition to spotting people while you're alive, when you get shot and go down, like before you bleed out, right? You can call for a medic. And you can spot people while you're lying there bleeding out. So I can be like, he's there, he's there, he's there, and like that helps the team. So even when I get killed a lot, which I do, I can still help the team.
Can I ask you a question? When did this come out?
Last year, wasn't
came
it? Oh
out-
no, this year was it? Last
No,
year.
I think it was this
Last
year. It was
year?
early this year. I think
Because I'll be
um,
honest, I'm looking at this and it looks like it's running on a potato. I mean,
it's the video. It's the video.
I was gonna say this looks terrible.
It's the video. It's
I was
like
like,
not great quality.
Battlefield games were known for being like graphically great.
Stu,
Well,
it's the video.
It's the video.
Okay,
It's
I'll
the
take your
video.
word for it. I hope so, because if it looks like
It's
this,
the
I'll be like, well,
Stu,
who's playing this
It's
shit?
the video.
Fucking hell. Just okay. I was just asking. That's all.
Okay.
I know,
Just let
but
it
then
go,
you kept
dude.
on saying it, and it
Yeah, but
wouldn't
why
end.
is it? But look at the
Stop.
trees.
It's still
November
going now.
2021. So apparently it did come out last year. It's been out for a
Yeah.
year.
November 2021. now.
So anyway, here's the thing. I'm having fun with it. It's enormous open world. You know.
It looks like
field,
shit though, dude.
obviously. That's
It
the
does
video.
look fucking awful.
It does.
It feels so good to win around. You know, it depends on whether you're on a good team or not. Like I play about the same every time, and sometimes I'm helpful to the team, and sometimes I'm not. But I'm very helpful to some teams, and we still lose because there's so many people who just spend their time sniping and not taking control points. That's a great way to lose the game, you know.
Yep.
And the thing that bugs me the most about Battlefield games is if you're going up against it, like I'm always a infantry dude. I am running around on foot. I'm not getting in jeeps. I'm not climbing in tanks. I'm not flying planes around and shit. It's just me by myself on the ground, right? And I know you're supposed to play with friends, whatever. Fuck friends. Who has friends? If the other team is good with like tanks and choppers, they will just slaughter you over and over and over, and there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it.
It
And it's
sounds
so
like every
frustrating.
Battlefield game, to be honest.
Well, exactly. But that's the thing is in Call of Duty, like you know, it's all infantry versus infantry, so it's different in that regard. But you know, domination in Call of Duty sucks. So you know, if you want to do a game that has proper command points, this is the gold standard. There's the new thing they have this time, and maybe they had it in Battlefield 5. I only played there for like 10 minutes. You have like characters that you can pull from, and the reason that matters is because each one has a different little gadget with it. So one person has a sentry gun you can put up, and it'll like, you know, monitor a space. They're really weak. They can get taken out quickly by the enemy, but you occasionally get a kill with the sentry gun, which is nice. And then another person will have like a turret you can plant, and then you hide behind it and shoot people with the turret. And that can sometimes be useful against a tank. You can't really take a tank down, but you know. Another person actually has a like a lock-on missile, shoulder-launched missile that you can, you know, pull out as your gadget. The problem is that I keep thinking that I have the one person when I have the other. So I think I have the lock-on missile, but instead I pull out a sentry gun and it just starts.
Ew.
And it does no good against the tank that's trying to kill me. But yeah, I was surprised. I thought I would play this, think it was dumb, and go back to Battlefield 4, but I'm not. I'm actually having a lot of fun with Battlefield 2042.
Have you been playing Battlefield 4?
I've always been playing that. That's just always evergreen.
just always
my
on, yeah.
playlist. Yeah. So yeah, but about 2042, man. If anybody's playing it, holler at your boy. Let's have a round.
Get some teams going.
Play
Get
it.
some teams. Just
Yeah,
play it.
squads, man. Squads, baby.
So yeah, I mean, the only other games I've played are, guess what? VR games. I'm back in VR. So
VR.
I played Walkabout Mini Golf Mist.
Oh.
So I was like, time to give this. It's out. Gonna give
and?
this course a go,
Yeah.
and it's really good.
Okay.
Really good. So what they've done, unlike normal all the holes are puzzles. So they've made
Okay.
them into these weird, vague puzzles that you've got
How
to
do
do.
you make a mini golf hole a puzzle?
Well, like for instance,
I thought you'd never ask.
well, so they've got some of the
I almost
missed
didn't.
symbols on the holes, and you have to roll over them to get certain stuff to happen. I mean, they're very easy to begin with, as you can see in this one. You've just got to roll over that symbol, and the wall drops down. So that's quite cool.
Oh,
you
I
know,
see.
that's-
So once
that's
you roll
pretty
over a
easy.
symbol, once you trigger a puzzle thing, it will activate something that allows
Something
your
on
ball
the
to
hole
proceed.
to allow you to go
Okay,
further.
okay.
But they get more complex as you go through the hole. So on one of them, there's symbols you've got to match with each other and roll over them in a certain order.
Okay.
So they've sort of thought about it. So rather than just having it, you know, like the setting, they've obviously
This
thought,
person has obviously never played Myst before because he flipped the lever and he's like, "Hey, welcome, nothing happened." Sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
yeah. So that's so you can see on this one, you've got to hit all of them to get the thing to go down in the middle.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
it's kind of
interesting, I guess.
cool.
I mean, this is obviously something that Myst lovers will like, but most people I think will probably be bored as shit.
No, it's not. It's good. It's all the walkabout
Okay.
mini golf games are really excellent. All the courses are really well done. I don't think it really matters whether you like Mist or not. I think most people
Fair
would just
enough.
enjoy playing this course.
Okay.
I did so much so that I did all 18 holes and was like, I didn't realize I'd done the whole course.
Dude.
So I was
Do you
like,
go,
wait,
is it just on Mist Island, or are they like?
yeah,
or you
yeah.
go
So
to
it's
the
all
other-
no, it's only on Mist Island.
Okay, I got you.
So it's only on Mist Island. So can you see the Cogs World? So you've got to get
Yeah,
the
that's kind of
waiting right.
interesting. You hit it and then make sure you get out of there before the cogs are. gone.
Yeah. See?
I mean, it's kind of cute. No, don't say that like I'm gonna start playing.
See?
It, 'cause I'm not. You're gonna get a
Didn't
VR
like
headset for this,
it.
aren't you? No, I'm not.
Yeah, get a headset for it.
No, it's not happening.
So yeah, it's very,
I'm
very
glad you
good.
like it. It's cute.
Very clever.
Okay.
And for the first time in this game, most of the time you have to walk up steps and stuff. It's got lifts and things.
Ooh.
So here's
I
what I
know.
don't. Here's what I'm curious about. Like, because obviously, like you aim somewhere and then you say, okay, teleport there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But when you're standing near your ball, like for golf, maybe you're just a little bit far away from it. Do you have to constantly like move a little
There's,
closer?
No, you just
there's a
press the
button
trigger.
for it to like spawn
just
right
press
in the
trigger.
It
best
puts you
spot
like
for
right
it.
in the
Yeah.
spot where you.
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah, and it puts you in the right. Although in this game it doesn't put you in the right direction. So that's the only criticism I'd have.
So,
'cause-
yes, Duke, you're right. It does get annoying.
As far as I know, I've played the game. Yes, it does. But for this,
Okay.
Yeah,
for
They
this
just
mode,
on this particular mode, because the
Oh, I
puzzle
see.
sometimes you have to hit the ball in a certain direction to get it to go over a trigger. It doesn't, or it puts you next to the ball, but you might have to turn around because you're not in quite the right place.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha,
as you
thank
can
you.
see with this one, you've got to look at the symbols on the ceiling to work out what symbols on the floor you need to go over.
Dude.
See? Very clever. Very clever.
I like how you say "see" as if I'm like gonna be convinced now. Like, see, you're gonna play
No,
this,
what's
aren't you?"
quite-
No, I'm not.
What is quite cool is though that they have thought beyond just, like I say, theming it on the island
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
that's true. It's not just golf on the island. It's also incorporating some of the elements of the game.
it could have been a lot
Correct.
simpler. It could have been a lot.
Oh
simpler.
yeah, they could have made it.
They
a
could
lot
have
simpler.
done
lot
less, and you would have not
yeah.
said anything. Basically,
Oh yeah.
The only
I
problem
would not have
is
mind.
the only problem is if you play with, if you've already played the course and you play with someone else, you've got a bit of an unfair advantage.
Well, of course.
yeah,
because
it's only
obviously
one
you-
course though, isn't it? I suppose
That's kind
Yeah.
of true. Anytime you play a mini golf course, though,
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
But yeah, very
it's
good.
even
Very
more so now with this.
They are bringing out a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea course, and they're doing like
Okay.
a special Jules Verne
You
pack.
have to
so
hold
there's
your
other
breath
ones.
a long time there.
Yeah, you do. So yeah, they're doing all sorts. They just keep adding stuff, and this is one of my.
Well, what else
favourite
are they gonna do?
No, true, but I mean, they didn't need to. They could just reap the rewards of just selling the game, but they just
Well,
keep
they-
making new stuff.
I'm guessing they're selling these courses.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the $2.99.
So yeah, they're making money.
There you go.
They
There
are,
you go.
but I think they're well priced, and I think the game itself is brilliant. It's my favorite Quest game, one of my favorites.
They
Well,
must
how
be
much is the
selling.
base game? How
Uh,
much is the base game?
I don't know.
It's
that's
only
the other
about
thing,
it's
like-
only about 15 quid. It's
Well, I'm
very
saying
cheap.
though, if I don't care about that base game, but I see the Mist thing, like each one you come out with, it's more likely to sell the base game too, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
True, true,
definitely.
true,
Yeah,
true.
definitely. It's great. It's great. It's always
There you
in
go.
ranked as the one of the best VR games on Quest. And it just the physics and everything are just as realistic as
How's your father?
in real life. It's like playing in real life.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Ginny, you got anything else? What else are you playing?
Yes, I've played another game with Marshy
Oh,
called Alien Fire Team.
I feel like
Aha.
I've heard of this.
Aliens Fire Team.
Aliens fire.
Is this top down?
No.
It's not what I thought
Sorry.
it was.
Aliens Fire Team Elite.
Oh no, I know what it is. I've seen this, but obviously never played it.
This is Left 4 Dead, but with aliens.
You had me at Left 4 Dead with Aliens.
As in
Yeah, you do.
Aliens, the franchise Aliens.
yeah. Cool.
It's third person. It works pretty much the same as Left 4 Dead. You have 3 missions within one sort of campaign. So you have like 4
Yeah.
campaigns. That's split up into 3 missions. And then right at the end on the third mission, you've got that big, like, here we go, fucking hell, you've got to hold it together. Graphics are pretty good. Each person can have 2 abilities. So mine were like overclocked, so you could shoot really fast and reload really fast. And then the other one was like this kind of fire grenade thing. You can customize your character. You can change what they look like. You can change their voice. It all sounds like the 80s aliens that you know. All the sound effects are spot on.
Does somebody say "Game over, man"?
No, nothing like that. There's no reference to the characters in the.
Get your
the
hands
movies.
off her, you bitch.
So yeah, it's all pretty good actually. It's the hub world sort of reminds me of Destiny, you know, where you've got the cursor and like people sort of blankly staring at you as you're giving them a mission and all that sort of stuff. So that looks like Destiny, but the game, the meat of the game is Left 4 Dead, and basically the zombies are like pussy little aliens, you know, like that dog one from Alien 3. They're all like kind of like that, and then now and again you'll get like a spitter alien. Or like this weird red one, or you'll get the xenomorph drone, which is like the fucking proper one, which absolutely just swoops in, gets you, and then leaves, and it's a bastard to get. There's vents everywhere; they're popping out of everything. Sometimes they're behind you, sometimes they're ahead of you. Yeah, it's brilliant. I thought this was really, really good. Good fun, co-op silliness.
So is this on Game Pass?
This is on Game Pass. Yep. The menus are a little bit cumbersome, a little bit heavy, a little bit shite. The game's a bit glitchy in terms of like sound. Like I could hear Marsh shooting his gun all the time, even though he wasn't shooting it at one point. And then eventually it fixes itself. So yeah, there's a bit of that stuff. So it ain't perfect, but for what it's trying to do, which is Left 4 Dead but with aliens, it's pretty good.
Right.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's free on Game Pass. So I really liked it.
Cool.
You can do all the customizations of your guns as well. I never really got into it, but it's on the screen now. So it's all that stuff, but it's all faff. What I loved about what it really made me want to do though was play Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I know that's always the problem with
So
these
that's the
games,
problem.
isn't
I
it?
was like, this really wants. I just want to play Left 4 Dead now.
I want to play the original, the OG,
so-
the gold standard.
Is it as good as Left 4 Dead? No. But is it a good little fun thing with a good franchise that you know quite well and all that sort of stuff? Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Would I play it again? Yes. Would I play it with friends? Yes. Would I play it alone? No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's Left 4 Dead. Pillow of Soft says, "Have you played any of the new Warzone, Chinny?" No, I haven't. I have not. I have played something else, which is related to that. I might as well talk about that now.
Might as well.
I
I
played
ain't got nothing else.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 co-op missions with
Okay.
Marsh.
All right. Okay.
So yeah,
Wow,
there's
you
some.
paid money for this.
Yeah, I've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Damn, you could play Warzone for free.
Yeah. So there's some co-op missions which are very, very hard to find. By the way, on the old menus. But they're okay. They're not like perfect. They're pretty much like afterthoughts. It's like one of them's just drop in and get these 3 things from these 3 buildings. The other one is a helicopter, one is a grounds team person, and you just got to sort of sort them out. What was the other one? The other one was like, you just like you parachuted like PUBG sort of thing. They're okay. They're not anything amazing, but they're not like ridiculously bad or anything. It's Call of Duty, but on maps, pretty much co-op maps, where you control 3 bases, or there's like a wave. There's a level where you do a sort of like a wave one, like waves of enemies coming at you, and they're attacking A, and then they're attacking B, and then they're attacking all 3. So there's that stuff. So it just feels like it doesn't feel like a constructed mission. The co-op missions,
Right.
the spec op missions in Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, They were very much like story based, and you know they felt like a linear mission. These feels like maps that they've put together and sort of slapped.
Well,
a
it
mission
seems like
together.
what they do these days is they do the multiplayer maps, and then they just say, okay, let's
Yeah.
set a special ops in this.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I haven't played the game to know if that's true or not, but that's what it feels like.
Right.
It doesn't really feel like a massively thought out thing. It's like some team just like here, 5 people. You make the co-op missions, like just sort it out. I don't know. It's like a tick box which they've done, and
Yep.
it's fine. It's absolutely fine. No big whoop to do about it. It's just Call of Duty,
Yeah.
so it's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
Played a bit more than I thought this week.
Yeah,
you
I played
did.
more
You're a
than you
gaming
thought.
fiend. You played the most
Ah.
out of any of us, maybe, kind of.
Not really.
I guess Stu. You're right, Stu. You got that award. You were the
I
winner.
am not award. Right, the
Most
last thing
games
I'm gonna
played.
talk about, which played is Red Matter 2.
The hell's that?
Oh yeah, it's the VR Mars game,
This
isn't
is
it?
this
but
is
it's on
like
the moon.
the
Okay, I don't
ooh,
know.
this is
I
as
can't
good
do
as
shit.
Half-Life Alyx on the Quest. It's amazing. It's pretty good.
He sees like one
Actually.
random review, and he's like, "This is what people are saying about it."
It's amazing. It's as good as Half-Life Alyx, but just for the Quest. It's okay. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Do you know? I'll be honest. As I'm getting into more of the game, I can see why people compare this to Half-Life Alyx,
Okay.
but it's nowhere fucking near as good as that.
Nowhere near it. Nowhere near
It
it.
it is nowhere near as good.
Not
Uh,
nearly as good.
I love that this dude on screen is trying to open a bottle in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
I smashed it though. I like that it's smashed. I haven't tried that. You can interact with everything, so they have gone there. Interact with this. Try this. This is cool, and they've implemented a lot of stuff that was in Half-Life Alyx. So like the gravity gloves in Half-Life Alyx. They've kind of got that in this, so you can point at stuff and yank it towards yourself, and it works just as well. The physics in this are just as good. So there are a lot of similarities. You can carry stuff in the ends of your little whatever they are, your suit, Prada, clampy, grabby things. I don't even know what you call them.
Prada. It's like a Prada. Like
Yeah,
a
Prada
designer
grabby,
bag.
clampy things. That's what they
Cool.
are. You can store stuff in the bottom of them. It'll miniaturize it, and then when obviously you need to use it, you can just take it out of there.
Dude.
And the puzzles have been pretty good. So it's pretty much puzzle based, and they've been pretty good so far. But I do believe there's combat.
Combat.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything, but I do believe there is some combat to do later on in the game.
Okay.
How
But
many
yeah,
hours
they
are
have
you
this-
in the game then? If you haven't come across combat,
I'd probably say I'm a good couple of hours in.
that's
you
a
know,
long
it's
way to
like the
go
main
without
part of the game is
combat.
combat.
Without, but it's not meant to be a combat heavy game from what I
Right,
can
okay.
gather.
some light
I mean,
combat,
I'll give
some
you an
occasional
example of
combat.
one of the puzzles, right? I had to sort out all this machinery. There were like 3 bits of machinery that I had to fix
Yes.
and get running.
Right.
So because I couldn't get through a doorway because it needed eye recognition.
Okay.
But when you'd sorting out all this machinery, it turned it into a 3D printer, and I 3D printed an eyeball.
Yeah.
Okay.
I then carried the eyeball with me and used that to get through the door I couldn't get through. So it is
Interesting.
pretty cool, you know what I mean? I'm 3D, and you can 3D print the nose and someone's mouth and stuff.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
there
Why
is some
would you want a
weird
nose
shit
or a
going on.
mouth?
For a
I
laugh.
mean, for a laugh, you don't
Okay.
need them for
Fair
anything
enough.
to solve a
Okay.
puzzle. You can just do it at the same
Alright.
time if that's what you want to
I
do.
suppose like VR games always fall victim to like. Well, I remember when LA Noire come out and like we criticized it for like you can either pick up everything
Pick up everything.
or
yeah.
just the items you need. But in LA Noire, they didn't
It's
do
not
that.
a fun game if it's just the items you need.
Yeah, but VR games are that thing, aren't they? Where you pick up
Yeah,
everything.
sure.
Like you just pick up
Yeah,
everything.
well, you can do because like you'd think it was weird if you couldn't.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
so that's the other problem.
So LA Noire would be a great VR game. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, now I'm picking
There you
everything
go.
up and
See, you
shout.
just got to find the killer app.
Yeah, and you could shout at people in VR.
Yeah, that'd be
cool.
good.
That would be cool.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. The movement's great. It's got like a rocket jetpack booster thing, and that works really well. It is better in every way than the original game, so I will give it that. You know what I mean? It's definitely improved upon everything that the original game did, and it feels more the first game was quite short. I think I finished that in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't think it was very long. This definitely feels like a more meaty type experience.
Me too.
Right.
Feels like there's more meat on the bones rather than and less superficial. Because the first game was renowned because it just looked so good. I was like, how the hell have they made this look so
Oh my
good on a
God,
Quest?
looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing on a Quest. Whereas, you can see there's a little bit more complex puzzles, a bit multi-layered.
Just a little
You have
bit
to
better,
do all
just
this
play it,
stuff.
people.
So, yeah, I got it with me 30% off voucher, and I'm not disappointed.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. There's
Okay.
nothing else to say.
Yeah. That's what we've been playing.
Yeah.
All right, we got some news going on.
I don't know whether I have actually. I haven't looked at any news this week
Wow.
at all.
Putting
I know.
news first.
I haven't actually read anything. Let me have a look. I'm just going to go to all and see if there's something interesting here. Ready? There probably isn't.
All
There
right.
probably is not.
Yeah. Fortnite
yeah,
Chapter
that's-
4. Rocket
Yeah,
League
go
is
on,
the
you
new
look.
season starting up soon.
Oh,
who gives a
boy.
shit?
Exciting.
Well, that's exciting.
Valve is giving away Steam Decks during the Game Awards. Did you
Oh
hear
yeah, I
about
saw
this?
this. They're giving what is it? One away every minute or
One
something
each
ridiculous.
minute for 3 hours, but you have to be watching on Steam.tv.
Yeah.
So
They're
this
giving them
airs on
away.
Thursday, December 8th. It usually runs about 3 hours, so they're giving away around 180 Steam Decks. You can register for the drawing. You'll get an animated Steam Pal digital sticker in your inventory. The big catch is you have to be watching the Game Awards, the streaming channel that Valve launched in 2018. I didn't even know they had that.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's some other fine print, but whatever. 512 gigabyte model of the Steam Deck. So if you want a Steam Deck, go check out the Steam Awards.
Go and check it out. I've got some news. This is the weirdest news ever.
Oh snap! Blizzard Albany unionized. That's awesome. Go ahead. Give us your
A
news.
Cyberpunk 2077 Game of the Year edition is coming out.
What?
Wow.
But nobody called it Game of the Year. How could they do that? That's
I
false
know.
advertising.
Apparently, maybe
No,
it
it's
was
game of the year.
nominated
The year
somewhere.
before it came out, when everybody liked it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Game of the Year edition. Who gives a what the fuck? I'll tell you what. There is some news actually that
All right, go ahead.
we should have spoken about.
Yes.
Apparently, the Callisto Protocol on everything apart from the PS5 is a little bit broken,
Yeah, I've heard about
Okay.
this.
and
It's-
apparently on PC it's almost unplayable.
It's been getting
Ah.
like decent reviews though, hasn't it? It's like
Yeah, the actual game itself is good, but like on when I had a look on Steam, it was something like 77% negative
yeah,
on the reviews, and everybody was just like, "This game is
shitting on it.
just not optimized. It doesn't run properly." Some people were like, "I can't even." Like, I had really decent spec computers and couldn't get past the opening cutscenes.
Wow, that's
Mm,
Feel
bad.
like it's coming to a standstill, and apparently
bad.
it's because they don't pre-cache shaders or something.
mm.
So what happens is you have to play
That
the
sounds
game.
like nerd speak to me.
Well, this is the upshot though. You have to play the game in full once so that it runs properly the second time you play
Oh
it.
well, that's okay then.
Yeah, it's fine. You just got to play the whole
Just
game.
play
and
it. Just
then
play it once.
play it again.
Shit. Stop being a moaning bitch.
So I don't know. I'm assuming they'll be, but it comes back. I mean, I know I've spoken about this several times over the years. But should they be releasing games in this state? You know what I mean? They must know.
They must
that-
have
that-
known. They
must
must
have known. It's not like they went, "Oh shit, this is happening. We never knew this was going to happen."
Yeah, yeah. I feel like
But they're happy to release it in that state
Yeah,
and
it
hope
was
they
like,
can patch it as they go along.
fucking release it and we'll fix it later, sort of situation.
Yeah. I mean, Cyberpunk is another classic example. And so much so that they just fucking gave up trying to make it work on a standard 360 in the end, didn't they? They went, fuck it.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
point?
Yeah,
Point.
yeah, yeah.
Tough shit,
Yep.
people.
Yep.
But apparently PS5, Xbox Series X kind of works okay.
It doesn't
But-
work on a 360, by the way, on Xbox One.
What's that? Sorry. Oh, Xbox One. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not a 360. I was
way-
thinking that. I was
I'm
like, Cyberpunk on the 360.
That'd be
Fuck
I
impressive.
know.
that.
I'm going way,
Yeah,
way,
man.
way
Yeah,
back. Sorry.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
bog
Look at
standard
Xbox One. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
They're making
yeah,
a Fallout TV series?
Sure.
yeah, sure.
I
Why
didn't
not?
realize that. The news article says it's not telling the story of one of the games. It's a new story in the universe.
Good.
Like that's not news. I mean, duh. The Witcher doesn't tell one of the Witcher game stories, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Really?
of it is. Some of the missions.
Yeah, it's like
Why would they
based.
do that?
It's based on the
Yeah,
book.
because-
Yeah, it's based
Yeah,
on
the
the book.
books. Some of the missions are based on.
I suppose the reason why they do that, Duke, is
because.
because Geralt is like an integral part of The Witcher, isn't he? Whereas
Yeah. Oh,
in
no doubt.
Fallout,
I
it's
figured you
not.
could tell something from the story between the games or something.
Mhm.
Anyway,
whatever.
yeah, but Blizzard Albany became the second unionized studio at Activision Blizzard. That's so cool. Quality assurance workers at the company's Albany studio in upstate New York voted Friday in favor of forming a union. Raven Software had a vote in May. The group of approximately 20 QA workers called Game Workers Alliance Albany was given the go-ahead to vote in October, after which Activision Blizzard requested that the election be delayed for a board review. Of course they did. The NLRB, the National Labor Relations Board, denied that request on Wednesday. And yeah, so the QA workers have been voting in the lead up to the count, which was originally scheduled, blah, 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 delayed due to bad weather, The group was inspired by Raven Software's QA union, and the GWA Albany hopes to inspire more video game studios to unionize. Yes, yes, yes. Do it, people. This is how we fix crunch. Go get them.
Go get them. That's what they need to do.
Yep.
Have like people working normal hours unless they're happy
Yeah,
to do it.
amen. No doubt.
You know, some people want the
There's-
cash. You know, if there's overtime available and they probably just want the cash, people, you know, but that's their choice. But when they're almost like made to do it, that's different.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Does the new redesigned Donkey Kong smoke weed? What the fuck kind of article is that?
That's an article. What's the matter with you?
Apparently it is. How
Does he?
chill do we think the new DK?
Yeah, does he
well, let's
smoke
find
weed?
out. This is Polygon.com. It's always important to remember where you came from, which is why I suppose the second trailer for the Super Mario Brothers movie emphasizes both Brooklyn, where Italians come from, and Donkey Kong, where Mario made his first video game appearances. Like most of the characters in the film, the King of Swing has gotten redesigned for his big screen debut, and while it's certainly faithful, he is in fact a gorilla in a necktie. It's also the first time DK has been redesigned since Donkey Kong Country. According to Miyamoto himself, the new design is meant to give DK a, quote, comical personality, end quote, ostensibly to match famous funny man Seth Rogen's vocal stylings. This simple fact is the tiny domino that tips over to create a cascade of thoughts in my mind, resulting in the single biggest mystery presented by the new Mario movie trailer. Does this new Donkey Kong smoke weed? And
What's
then
it-
it's got
what? Where did they get that
breadcrumbs.
from?
Because Seth
Seth
Rogen,
Rogen.
Smokes and sells weed, so you know. there
Jesus
you go.
Christ.
Right. It's a bit of a walk, but I mean, hey, look, you have to write an article for Polygon. That's your job. There's no news. What are you gonna do?
Walk? It's a fucking
Yeah.
trek to get to that conclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have sent that
Darren
right
Sim is a
back.
little bit like me. Woo! What up, Darren?
There
It
you
was
go.
from a while ago, I know, but whatever.
There is a little bit more news here I've just found,
Is
which
there,
is
though?
quite interesting news. Are you ready for this?
Okay, go ahead. Hit us.
Starship Troopers Extermination is a 12-player co-op first-person shooter that's full of bugs.
Good.
Interesting.
I think that
You
could be
know,
quite.
I can't
cool,
believe this
actually.
is the first Starship Troopers first-person
It's
shooter.
crazy,
Is it a
that's
first-person
crazy.
shooter or third
Yeah.
person? Because they had an
First.
RTS, but it's like, give me a break.
Yeah.
We had that. What was that one? That video game called that was like Starship Troopers, but
Well,
wasn't.
there's a series, the Earth Defense Force, where you go around
Earth
shooting
Defense
bugs.
Force. That was
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of like
yeah,
Starship
that's
Troopers,
kinda
but
like
this
it,
is
yeah.
this is Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's a 12-player co-op, and you've got to build stations and construct walls and towers to defend against the onslaught of bugs.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay.
So
It
it
took
sounds
'em a
like
while.
Fortnite. It sounds like Fortnite before it became Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is. Right, we have got some emails, so we should get on
Oh,
with those. I guess.
emails.
Oh,
Loads of them
yeah,
this week.
baby.
Well,
Whoa, that ruled.
By the way, Kotaku likes the new Need for Speed Unbound game as well. So. I agree with
There you go.
Kotaku about something. How about that?
How about that?
How about
Okay, first email tonight is off Antonio Phillips.
Antonio?
And it's Antonio's quick question of the week.
Quick question of the week. Quick question.
Okay, favorite comfort TV show, movie, or song stroke album?
You know, it's really fun. I guess the Dutch are going to get more hay. It's funny. Well, there's always 30 Rock, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec. As for movies, like I tend to watch a lot of lately dramas that have a lot of talking. So Spotlight, Social Network and Michael Clayton. Those are not really comforting films. One's about, sexual
When he
molestation
says
in the
comfort
Catholic
movie, I
Church.
think it's like movies you like to watch over and over and over again.
Yes, I watch these movies constantly. I could quote half of Social Network to you. It's so weird that that's my comfort movie, but I do watch it over and over and over and over.
There you go.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Songs, albums.
Porter Robinson, his album Worlds is amazing. There's no skips on that album, and that's one of the things that really sets it apart from his newer album, which has some good songs. Musician's a great song.
So what type of music is? Because I cannot tell.
So Porter Robinson is like beats. It's like kind of like I don't know how you describe it. It's got some nice vocals, but it's got really nice hard beats. And yeah, it's just.
And what's it called? Porter Robinson.
Porter Robinson is the artist, and the album is called Worlds.
I'll give it a go.
I think it's his first full-length album. Yeah, he had an EP
music
before it, which was okay. His most recent one is called Nurture, which has got some good songs, but as an album, it doesn't work as a whole. I don't think, not nearly as well.
Okay. Chinny, favorite TV shows, comfort TV shows, movies, or song album?
I do watch a lot of The Thick of It. I watch that quite a lot. Bottom, Red Dwarf, Peep Show. We're watching at the moment. Father Ted. We're watching at the moment. So I watch those on repeat. Like I'll just
kind of like sitcoms type
Ab
stuff.
Fab, yeah, like British sitcoms, like the 90s British sitcoms like Ab Fab and stuff like that. What was the other ones? Movies or music? Or was it?
Yeah, movies and music.
I suppose Back to the Future counts, but I haven't watched Back to the Future since 2015.
But you've watched it a lot, though. I mean,
I watched it probably over like 200 times or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
My brother and I actually, that was the one we watched when we were kids. My brother and I remember we were on a car trip and we were so bored. We were like, let's just do Back to the Future. And we ran it. We ran the whole script. Like, I think we did the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And then it's not great. It's not a great choice at the moment, considering what's been going on. But I do listen to a lot of.
I knew what you were going to say.
Kanye
I knew what
West.
you were going to say.
And it was funny. The Duchess was telling me on Spotify when you finish listening to a playlist, it'll often say like, "Hey, you like that? Try this." And the song came on. She was like, "Oh, it's so good. What is it?" She was like, "Oh no, it's Kanye West."
There's a big debate,
Look,
like
you've got to separate the art from the artist.
I
That's
don't
what
have
you've got
to.
do at
You
this
may if
point.
you wish, but
I mean,
That's what you got to do.
R. Kelly is a horrible, horrible person.
yes,
But
and I'm not gonna play any of his music. I don't want him to get
Ignition
in my mind.
Remix is a fucking hell of a song. I tell you that.
Power to you.
Yeah, I know Kanye isn't very popular at the moment, but
I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying.
I absolutely love his music, and especially sort
He's
of like
made some great music over the
early
years, just don't
Kanye,
forget
from his first album to like I don't know, Twisted Dark Fantasy, and even something like the
it. Jesus
Yeezy.
Walks is a great song.
Yeah, he's like stuff on the Yeezy album, and like and Donda isn't my favorite one, like his last album. Like it's a hard listen sometimes, but like then. With Kanye, I think he's so brilliant at what he does.
Sure.
Like even his newer stuff, like it grows on you. Do you know what I mean? Like like songs like Bound 2, which I didn't like when it came out. I love that song. I love that song now. So there's so many songs that he's made that I listen to first, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. And then eventually, look, he wins me over. I love Kanye's music. I think the person, I think he's mentally ill. I don't think he's very well.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And I don't think he's been well since the death of his mother.
Right.
But the guy makes incredible music. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I haven't really paid much attention to it, which I know isn't great, because it's kind of ignorance and stuff. But
well, I mean, at some point, it's just Schadenfreude, or like you can't watch it because it's so painful.
Yeah, it's what I see is a man who's not stable, who's not well.
Yeah, right. And has no one around him who will say, "No, dude, I love you. I can't let you do this."
The Kanye documentary is a great insight into who Kanye is, and I think the death of his mother really, really swung him, like into a direction that I don't think that man has anyone close to him that needs to keep him in
Right.
check. And he's surrounded by
Right.
yes men now.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
he's constantly just in this spiral of like, I'm always making the right decision
Right.
because he's Kanye West. And it's like people like Donald Trump. They get so rich and so powerful they just surround themselves with people that agree with them, and they have no sense of what's real anymore.
Right. right. And you
yeah.
know what? Here's the thing. Look, that's a problem, and I have beef with the people around him. But on the other hand, like you could choose to like say it's not enough. You know what I mean? Like some people will say like I'm not going to let myself get to that point. And so I know that the fame and the money have a lot to do with that, but it's also something that we choose not to provide guardrails for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that we all need to do. Not that we're going to get to that level of fame or money, but like, you have to be willing to listen to unpopular opinions. You have to put yourself in the position of, what am I not hearing? What am I not getting? What am
I think
likely
that
to
the more
miss on?
successful Kanye's got, his music has suffered because of the same reason, probably, where he's surrounded by people that constantly agree with him.
Oh yeah.
Where he doesn't.
And that's a problem for a lot of musicians.
Yeah, and I think like in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, Freddie Mercury says like, I can't write music with these guys, and they say why? It's like because they agree with me everything I say, and so it's like there's a certain magic that has to happen, and I think there's a window for artists to be great. Yeah, it's sad. But yeah, I do. To answer the question, I do absolutely love Kanye and his music. His music basically. I think his music is unbelievable, and the stuff that he made with Kid Cudi as well is also brilliant. I need to listen to more Kid Cudi because the more I listen to him, I haven't found another artist that has given me what Kanye has given me. Like it's just unbelievable variety of music that he's made.
There you go. I'll be honest, I am not a massive rewatcher of television shows.
No, nor am I.
I'm like, once I've seen it, I've seen it.
Comedy though, because it's so short, isn't it? It's like half an hour of just like watching
like Gavin and Stacey. I know you hate it, Jim, but that's kind of a comfort thing because it's so funny. It's still funny now, and it's still great. The Office is another great one.
Yeah, The Office. Yeah.
The Office. Extras is great.
Extras is probably
Extras has enough heart to like make it worth watching.
I think Extras is Ricky Gervais's best work, to be honest. I think.
Yeah, well, I'd say Derek is his best, but I do like Extras.
Oh, I hated Derek.
Okay, you can have bad taste. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just found it a bit distasteful somehow.
Oh, it's very distasteful, no doubt about it. But the heartwarming things hit really hard. And don't tell me The Office isn't distasteful.
No, but I think
don't tell me Kate Winslet doing sexy talk in a nun's outfit during a Nazi movie isn't distasteful.
No, I don't think it was
great.
that.
But I hear what you're saying. Derek is a step beyond. Like Derek
I couldn't
really
warm to
gross.
the characters somehow
hear you.
in
That's fine.
Derek.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
fine.
I think in The Office and also Extras, you kind of warm to the characters, even though there's all this
that's
stuff
fair.
going on.
I mean, the characters on the bad
And
characters on
Afterlife,
Derek
I like
are
Afterlife.
a step beyond. But the woman who runs the home, like she's so sweet and awesome.
I think Ricky Gervais is very good at writing jokes, but not very good at writing characters. And I think since he's lost Stephen Merchant, I don't think he's ever been the same.
Oh, I think that's true.
And my thing is that I forget her name, and her real name's Diane. I think it's Diane Morgan.
His friend in Extras.
That's Ash, but I forgot her real name. But Diane Morgan is a character in Afterlife. She's like the ginger. She got ginger hair. She does a character called Philomena Kunk, and she there's a show called Kunk on Britain, which is on Netflix. And she's so underused in Afterlife. It's criminal. It's like
we've been watching Motherland. And
she's in Motherland. I haven't watched Motherland, but
it's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's written by Graham Linehan, isn't it? Who got he got cancelled because he said some stuff about transgender people, but whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
But she's used very well in that, and put it this way, Duke. It would be like having Eddie Murphy on your cast and giving him 3 lines. Do you know what I mean?
She's very, very
It's
funny.
like, what are you doing? Like, she's brilliant, but doesn't get used very much. Anywho,
So other than that, I guess Phoenix Nights, of course, would be another choice.
Yeah, they don't play it very
Uh,
often though. Phoenix Nights.
No, and it's not on any of the like on UK Gold or
No,
anything
'cause
like
he
that.
doesn't
'cause
like it.
He doesn't like it being on there.
No,
The first series of Carshare I thought was absolutely brilliant.
I never watched
Second-
Car Share.
Oh, it's brilliant. If you've never watched it, it's one of the
No.
funniest things you'll ever watch.
I don't
The
think
very
so.
first series is honestly, Ginny, you need to watch
Yeah,
it. And let
I
me
watched
know.
the thing about how they filmed it because they film it all with mirrors.
Yeah, so
very
good.
clever how they
Honestly,
film it.
it's brilliant. Second series, just pretend it didn't happen.
Okay.
It's awful. There was one episode that I thought was funny. The rest of it, I was like, no, I don't think so.
That's a shame.
Movies, I guess The Matrix is an obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched that
Christmas
million
time,
times.
Home Alone is the one. Like
Yeah,
Home
Home
Alone
Alone.
1 and
Oh,
2.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard, of course, because why wouldn't
Home
you?
Alone, man.
Shawshank Redemption, Point
Yeah.
Break, we watch every summer. Fucking love Point Break. It's one of my favorite films ever. Kay always makes me sit through
Fight
Love
Club, man.
Actually, even though I'm not that impressed.
I like Love Actually. It's fine.
It's all right. It's all right. And Dirty Dancing is often on. You know,
Yeah,
Kay
yeah.
and Millie like watching Dirty Dancing, so that's often played.
Office Space.
Music wise, I am a bit of a weirdo when it comes to comfort music because I like a lot of chilled out stuff. So, Moon Safari,
Yeah.
what else?
Remember.
07.
You remember?
I listen to a lot of all of 07's albums are great.
Remember.
Thingy, Groove Armada Vertigo is a fucking
Oh,
another
classic.
great
I
album.
see you, baby.
Exactly. The Orb's Adventures Beyond Ultraworld is
Oh,
just
yeah.
great. Black Celebration,
sky's like
Depeche
when you-
Mode.
And
Music
Orbital,
for-
hello.
Music for the Massive. I'm not a massive fan of. I don't feel like that's comfort music though, because it's not
What?
like. No, but I
Oh,
tend to like more easy.
Satan.
I like more
It's not
easy
comforting about
listening.
that.
Easy listening, like Black Celebration. Music for the Masses, like all that. One of my
The
very
Jilted
favorite.
generation, you mean?
Yeah, that's another album. That's not really comfort listening.
No,
One
it's
of my other favorite albums of all time is Jamiroquai, Traveling Without Moving. That album is just awesome from start to finish. Such a
Mm.
great album.
Never been.
And
too much
hopefully, by the way, Jamiroquai is playing at the Living Festival this year.
Okay.
So I'd like to go and see him for the second time because it's fucking great. I say him, but it's a group, I suppose.
Yeah. Guess.
But yeah, it's great. I love Jamiroquai. I like pretty much all his albums. And the very first Oasis album, Definitely Maybe, is such a good album. There you go. I'm done.
Are you sure?
Okay.
I think so. Right, let's do the next
Yes,
email.
sir.
But thank you, Antonio. I like emails like that. Right, this is called a test email from Tainted
Okay.
Brain. And he says, let's see if this gets through.
What
It
up,
did.
Tainted?
And it did. So hey all, I hope you're keeping well. Emails haven't been getting through lately, but I'm trying again. Fingers crossed.
We got it.
Played it. Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Yay! Thanks
Uh,
for keeping trying.
Played and finished a shady part of me. Thank you so much, Duke. Felt much the
Yay.
same as you all. Truly
Yeah.
a wonderful game. Love the fact that the
That's
story
right.
wasn't explicit and you were left to make up your
Okay.
own mind. I'm
Yeah,
still
okay.
stuck in Elden Ring, but it's an amazing game. Tough, but not unfair. I'm crap at this, but I keep on trying.
Keep on trying.
Keep on trying.
Also been playing Fortnite, more specifically the no build mode.
Ah.
It feels lighter than Modern Warfare PUBG games, but still fun. Have any of
Alright.
you played the new Warzone 2? Well, he asked this question in the chat. I think he still didn't believe his email got through, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough.
Well, I
suppose
don't
we
blame him. I
did.
mean, we often do have problems with emails going through.
It only seems to be off certain people, though. It's weird.
Well, anyway, it got through this time, so that's good.
Yeah, it did. A question for you guys. Have you eaten any food that decided that nope, never again?
Yes, mochi.
I have,
Ugh,
definitely.
the worst night of my life was, well, one of them was when the Duchess made mochi balls and some sort of lentil stew. And I've had lentils since then, but it took many years to trust them enough.
What the
I
hell
was
is
throwing
mochi?
up all
I don't know what
goddamn
mochi is.
night. It was
I don't even know
so
what mochi is. What
gross.
is mochi?
It's like this white kind of like rice, but not really. And it, oh God, just the thought of it makes me want to retch.
Well, the other I've got two things. Right, I'm pretty open-minded. I'll eat pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Not me
Alright.
anymore.
But there are two. Well, no, I can't anymore. But anyway, There are two things I've eaten and would never ever eat again, and one of them I spat out. It was disgusting.
Wow.
And that is tripe. Have you ever had tripe? Oh,
They can't seriously expect us to swallow this tripe.
do you know
Now
what
as a
tripe
special
is,
guest
dude?
from our friends at Yes, I'm trying to do a Simpsons line. Now, as a
Okay.
special treat from our friends at the Beef Council, please help yourselves to this tripe.
Ugh, gross. The grossest thing ever. It just tastes horrible. I don't even know why people like it. It's just weird. And there's like honeycomb tripe and seam tripe, right? And honeycomb is the udder lining of a cow. So you're
Ugh.
eating the lining of the udders.
It's utterly disgusting.
It's
Ah.
utterly disgusting. And it has like honeycomb, and old people fill them up with vinegar.
Ugh.
So they
Jesus.
shake vinegar over so all the holes are full, and then they eat it, right? And it's
Well, don't y'all put
absolutely...
vinegar on your fish and chips too?
And it's they
Yeah.
call it eating it raw, but it's been boiled already and bleached when you get it. So it's not raw really, but it's
Well, it
like
could be even more raw.
gross. And I put it in my mouth, and the texture and the taste, I just spat it out. It's disgusting.
What about haggis? Y'all ever had haggis?
I
It
love
sounds
haggis.
horrible.
I love
Ugh.
haggis. It's
Well,
great.
how is this different from haggis then?
No, because it's... Have you ever seen what tripe looks like compared to a haggis? At least a haggis looks
They both
normal.
seem disgusting as crap.
No, haggis is great. It's peppery and lovely and tasty.
Okay.
And tripe's disgusting.
if
And
you
the only
say
other thing
so.
is oysters. Why people get the fucking lose the shit over oysters?
You
I
know
have
what?
no
I don't lose my
idea.
shit over them, but I do like an oyster. Like
It's like
especially, if
eating
they're
a
fried
glob of
sometimes.
snot.
It can, but it's you know.
No, it can. It is.
Hey, look, if you don't like
Absolutely.
them, fine. I'm just saying, occasionally I'll have an oyster.
Absolutely disgusting.
Uh,
Chinny,
I mean,
what do you?
look? Hang on a second though. But by
Go
that
on.
same kind of logic, like you know, crabs and lobsters are bugs, right?
No, but crabs. It's like crab meat's like fibrous and normal. An oyster's like a glob of
Well,
snot.
bug meat might be fibrous.
I'm fine. I'm fine with crab meat, but not fucking
Okay.
oysters. Chinny, what about you?
To each their own.
I can't think of anything that like has upset my stomach that bad. But I
Well, it doesn't
definitely
necessarily have to upset your stomach. You just don't particularly like it.
I don't like a lot of food, but I'm like a fussy eater, aren't I? So
You are.
well, I used to be really bad.
So what's the one thing you've eaten where you're like, "Ugh, I'm never eating that again?
See,
So
I
it
don't
can't be
like.
something that you think's going to be horrible and you've just never tried it.
Okay, hold on, let me think.
So something that you actually tried and went, "Nah, never.
Snails? You ever had snails?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
snails.
Say, what the fuck? You're gonna complain about oysters?
Yeah,
and then
but
go,
you cook
"Snails are
them in
yum."
garlic and they're
Oh,
lovely.
Stop it. You could cook oysters.
Yeah, no, I'll probably eat a cooked oyster. I can't eat them like people when they slide them in.
All right. Well, then don't hate on oysters in general. Just hate on raw
Suppose.
oysters.
And the fishy.
I had
Snails
like
are
a king prawn. I didn't like it.
Oh, all right, okay. So what was it? The texture, the taste?
It's like I gotta rip the fucking thing's head off.
Yeah.
Not always.
That's an annoying thing about shrimp too, isn't it?
I didn't like the whole process. I wasn't
Fair
happy.
enough.
I wasn't
Fair
happy.
Okay. The whole process.
But yeah, but I'm like you wouldn't. The average Joe wouldn't know that I'm a fussy eater these days. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was a ute, it was very
So
obvious. But
utes?
these days, we could go out for a meal, you wouldn't even notice. But yeah, it's I tend not to eat like it's like I can count on one hand how many new things I try in a year. Put it that way.
Right, okay.
But you know,
I mean, hell-
there's always something. Every year, I always try something new.
Hell, I went out last year and ate a whole soft shell crab in a bun. If you
Yeah.
remember
See,
right. I'll eat
seafood, I
anything.
kind of freeze up. Like if I go to a seafood place, I'm sort of in trouble, really.
Yeah, I'm not massive on seafood, although I do like
I love
calamari.
seafood.
I love
That's the reason I
calamari.
can't really be a vegetarian because
I do like
such a
lobster.
weakness for
You can't beat a
seafood.
bit of lobster. Oof, tasty.
See, I never got into lobster. Crab was my thing, and then lobster.
And I do like
eh,
crab. I like crab as well.
I've tried
Anyway,
crab.
Crotch area.
Yeah, you tried crab. What did you think of crab?
I thought it was like, yeah, that's fine. I would eat that if I was trying to survive.
Yeah.
Do you know
but
what I
you
mean?
wouldn't
Like,
choose it.
I wouldn't be
You
like,
wouldn't
I wouldn't go
choose
out my way to eat that because
No.
there was no. But like with someone who's had to learn how to eat new foods as an adult, you know, sometimes you try stuff and you don't like it straight away. Like sometimes people are so fascinated if I like something because I'm weird with food. As soon
Yeah.
as I eat it, they go, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "I don't know." because it takes a while
me
for
time,
your
give me
you've got
time,
you've got to
man.
have time for the brain to be like, I don't know
Yeah.
if I like this yet. So yeah,
I
it's-
agree. I agree.
It's like when the first time
Uh,
you try coffee or something, it's like I don't know if I like this.
I hated coffee the first time I tried
Yeah.
it. These days, of course, I'm a fiend. A caffeine.
Brian, anyway, what Brian says he ate and didn't like was natto. I don't even know what
What's
natto is.
Isn't that like the German netto?
I've no other clue. He said I ate natto once, but couldn't scrape it off my tongue quick enough. How about you guys? So there you go. I don't know what
I've never
I
natto
had
don't
it.
is.
know
What
what
it
the
is.
natto is.
I'll have to look it up.
You're a nutter. Ah.
Get it looked up. Anyway, the next email this evening is off Nigel Strutt, and he says preposterous. Preposterous people.
Hmm.
What
Okay.
up, gents?
Hello.
I am here walking on the treadmill at the gym, thoroughly enjoying the latest podcast,
Oh.
and then Stu suggests jokingly that space travel and exploration of our universe is useless spend
Ah.
of
I know.
money.
Crazy.
It is. It's fucking pointless.
Oh, we're
What are
not
you
doing this
getting?
again. No, stop.
The
Don't try to make
pointless
that claim.
waste of money. No, actually, I love space exploration. I need to make this
I
quite
just
clear,
think it's
but
stupid and pointless.
it's just that there's no material benefit from doing
Just
it.
Factually inaccurate. Go
There's
on.
no material. He says, "Was this a joke? I'll ask if it was a joke. I'll let it go. But if it was a heartfelt belief, then I have
No,
to write another
not a
prolonged
joke.
email containing scientific proof and historic evidence to the contrary. 2 words: Teflon and Velcro. I looked. this
Okay,
up.
hang on a second.
couldn't
Don't
find-
drag Teflon into this because Teflon's known to be carcinogenic. So let's just.
I couldn't even find a relationship between space travel and Teflon apart from they use it in space travel, but it wasn't invented
Well,
by
how did they
space travel.
develop it?
They developed it because it was done by mistake. Some guy was doing an experiment and it went
Yes.
on the inside of a thing, but it was nothing. He wasn't doing
Then
experiments.
the
for
military
space travel.
said, "Yeah, let's find a reason to use that."
Yeah, that's fine, but it only helped space travel. It wasn't as a result of space travel or exploration. I'm saying
Well, my guess is they
exploration of
found the
space
first
does
step
no
of it.
benefit.
Okay, well, I think that what happened was they found it by accident, and then
Well, they
the
didn't
first
find it
part
by
of
accident, and then he went, "Oh, this is really non-stick. Let's
I
make a
shouldn't
pan
try.
out of it."
It's my fault for trying, isn't it?
Yeah.
At some point, I got to just say,
Pointless.
Let go.
not worth the-
And
the
Velcro,
pound
yeah,
You're
I
right,
get
Stu.
that.
about things.
Space
Okay.
is
You're right, Stu.
stupid.
Fuck
Fucking
space.
space is
Let's
stupid.
kill all the stars.
Let's kill space.
So I'll tell you what, Nigel, send in your lengthy fucking email justifying it, and we'll see what
I'm
you've
with
got.
I'm with Stu. Let's kill space.
Yeah,
It's
fucking
stupid.
kill it.
Space.
Doesn't even
Bunch of
exist. It's a
child
hologram
molesters.
anyway.
It's a we're on a
Space.
flat Earth.
It's a fucking hologram.
Space.
Anyway,
Yeah, we're in a
final email is
simulation.
from
Ah.
Jonathan Davies, and he says, "Question for the show. Hi all.
Hello.
Hi.
Hope you're all well.
We
Quick
got a lot of
question for the
emails this
show."
week.
I know. We're
Yeah,
doing
we
all right.
did. Thanks,
Keep 'em
people. We
coming,
love you.
people. Keep them coming.
Do it. Yeah.
Quick question for the show. I understand the benefits of Game Pass and how it's becoming the main way to play games nowadays.
The only way.
I've used the trials and special offers to dip in and out of the service, and I can see why so many people are attracted to it. However, like streaming service and on-demand content, I struggle with the sheer amount of stuff on offer
Yeah.
and can never find something to settle down and play as I'm paralyzed by the choice. As a
Yes.
result,
There's that.
Yes.
I end up picking something up, becoming bored quickly, and starting something else instead.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know it's starting to become old-fashioned, but I still prefer buying games mainly because I've bought in and want to get my money's worth. I'm
Yeah.
much more likely to stick with a game I've paid for and feel generally more satisfied that way. Do you know, that's quite true because I'm like that with God of War because I had to actually buy a disc.
Yeah.
You know, I could have bought it on digital. What's the point of that, though? So, yeah, I bought a disc. So it's kind of like, yeah, I am playing it more. And that's probably as a result of the fact I've paid for it.
Yep.
He's probably right. Same goes to music. I prefer physical downloads over streaming for much the same reason.
Crazy.
Just wanted to know if you or any of the listeners experience the same thing.
Well,
Thanks,
yeah,
Tom.
like,
I definitely do.
They're like when
Yeah.
the first time I noticed it is when, you know, when I had a dodgy Xbox 360 and I bought all dodgy games for it. The games become irrelevant. Like they become meaningless. Like you just keep swapping them out and like, well, I don't give a fuck about that. Move on.
Right.
When I had a dodgy PlayStation 1, the same thing. It was like you just buy like 1,000 games. And then, but
Yeah.
when I had my Nintendo 64, I had 3 games and I played them forever. And
Yeah.
I've got very fond memories on them. And one of them was Turok for the Nintendo 64, which is bad. It's a bad game.
Yeah.
But I
it's not
played
a
the
good
shit
game.
out of it. I loved it.
Glad
So,
you
yeah.
loved it.
No, I can
And,
totally
that's the
understand.
thing, right? The more scarcity that you have, the more you're gonna appreciate a thing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Music. I buy an album, and I'm gonna listen to it more carefully. Now, I don't think that necessarily my appreciation. Like, I bought bad CDs back in the day, and I would listen to them and go, "Ugh, this is a bad CD. Why did I buy this?" But I think that I would more likely to give things a longer chance. You know what I mean? I'd
Yeah.
listen to it all the way through.
Yeah.
I'd carefully consider. Nowadays, if a song doesn't hit me in the first 30 seconds, I
Get
skip
outta
ahead, come on,
here.
find it. Yeah. Well, not even it's like get out of here right away, but just like let me skip ahead, see if I like some part later on in the song. No, okay, next song, 3 songs. This album isn't for me. So that's I think for me in games. I don't necessarily think that I'm not paralyzed by the choice myself because I get fixated on like a game and I'm just like I'll play Battlefield 2042 all the time now. But I will say that it's that I don't stick with a game as much as I would if I bought it. But
Yeah.
then again, it's the world of free demos and free weekends on Steam all the time. So in that sense, I've been spoiled by that.
You
Well,
just get
kinda
games
game.
thrown at you these days.
Yeah, Game
Yeah,
Pass
yeah,
is kind of
totally.
doing that to you now, June.
Totally. It is. It's true.
It is.
But I also
Talking
have
of
better things
which-
to say each week.
Yeah, talking of which, I have
Unbound.
the game for next
You Unbound. No, you chose it last week and it was
You
shit.
chose
We
it
should
last
do
week
Unbound.
this is
and
I
the
don't know
week
what y'all think
before.
about this
You
week.
chose
I
it
think
last
you'll like
week
this
and the
one.
week before.
Yeah, no,
but
you
you
don't get
aren't
to pick.
choosing
Put it on
anything
hold,
now,
Stu.
huh?
If it's really good, we'll play it a week from now.
Okay then.
Okay, let's do
All right,
Unbound.
then who's
Tell me what
choosing
I
then?
think. I'd curious to know what y'all think about the Need for Speed Unbound.
Oh yeah, but you've already played that.
If I've already played, is that not qualified then?
No.
Yeah, we
all-
wrote the rules of this game on the scrolls. Remember?
Yes.
I don't remember these scrolls. Well,
Yes.
I don't want to guess because I'm seeing some games y'all can't see, so I have to look at Xbox.
I think most of them are on like.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
they're
They're all
not.
on
No,
console.
there's a
and
vast
PC.
majority. Well, there's a
Kitty, pick
huge
something.
swaths
Just
that
pick
aren't.
something.
I will
cheap.
get it. We can do it in a text message. We don't have to do it right now. It's fine.
Oh god, I tell you what. Absolutely bloody useless.
Well, what did you want us to
Anyway,
play?
Bloody useless.
Pentiment.
Oh no, thanks.
No, it's a new Obsidian game.
So
So it's an Obsidian RPG.
and
So
So they're pretty good. They made
So?
Fallout New Vegas and stuff.
good for them.
yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
This
that-
game doesn't look interesting to me. Didn't have a lot of reading.
No, it's all voice acted and everything.
Hmm.
All right, I'll try it.
Fine.
I guess.
Try Pentiment.
All right.
Pillow of Soft. Pentiment is very wordy.
Oh, is
Oh.
it?
You're a
Don't play
fucking
Pentiment.
liar.
Stu.
You're a
Pick something
fucking
else.
liar.
No. All right, I'll pick something else. We
Pick
don't have to do it
something
right
else.
now, though.
Don't
All
do
right.
it right now.
Do we have shout outs? Is it shout out time? We have any speak
Yeah, it
pipes?
is.
Okay.
Shout out time.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Shout out. Dude, go first. Do it. Go.
Yeah,
go,
Tainted
go.
Brain is always fun. I love him. I'm trying to get off Twitter, so I can't just go through my Twitter mentions because I haven't been using it very much. Shout out to the Duchess because she's always so supportive when I'm having a bad couple of days, which I had last week. Shout out to our listeners, Antonio for writing in, and Tainted Brain. Who was the other one who wrote in?
I don't know. I've got nothing now, but I can soon tell you. I will tell you. They wrote in was Antonio, Tainted Brain, Nigel Strutt, and Jonathan
Right.
Davis.
Yeah, them. Thank you.
Nigel Strutt was
Um,
wrong, by the way.
Okay.
Actually, he's been in the
Anyway-
chat tonight, hasn't he? In the chat.
I haven't seen.
Oh no, maybe he hasn't. I thought he had. But
Unless
I'm
it's
wrong.
the
I'm
Twitch
wrong.
Chat.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. Mm.
Anyway, you can write us another email to explain his thesis.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody who plays video games, shout out and salute to you.
Salute.
There you go. There you go.
Salute.
Chinny.
Shout out.
Okay. Great.
You know what I mean?
Great. That's awesome.
I haven't got
Bro.
anything.
They haven't got anything.
Apparently not.
I haven't got anything.
Well, I'm going to mirror you to an extent. Shout out to people who took the time to email the show. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, keep them coming. We like them. Get some speak pipes again. Oh shit, I had a speak pipe.
Oh,
Oh,
play
shit.
it.
I
Oh my
even
God.
asked, do we have any
I
speak
forgot to
pipes?
forward it yet. Just a minute.
Sort it
Oh,
out.
you
It's
numpty.
a long one, so I hope we've got time for this. Just a
Yeah,
second.
of course we have.
Here's the
Just
thing
a
about
second.
podcasts.
Oh my
They can
God.
be as long
I
as
can't
we
believe I
want them to
forgot.
Well,
this.
I'll shout out Mr. Hero while you're doing that because he's
Yeah, you do
he's
that.
sending
Mr. Hero!
he's sending me my package shoe soon.
Oh yeah.
I know. Well, he sent me the tracking for it, right? So I thought, oh, that's interesting. I'll have a look. So I put it on the
Wee,
tracking, and
Mr.
apparently it's still in the
Hero.
middle of America somewhere. And that was like 8. It's been traveling for 8
Yeah,
days.
that ain't gonna get here this year.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I've sent you now, Duke, and apparently I sent the speak pipe in.
What?
Well,
Oh, it's under your name. I see.
It's under my name. I sent it in,
I
but
see what
let's
you
hit.
did
Let's just
So
listen.
this is from
Okay.
Stu.
It's from me.
Stuart Fowler sent a speak pipe. And here it comes.
Like that. What's the matter with you? But here's the thing, though. I'll be one of those people, though, that like never get ill all their lives and then just have a huge heart attack and die. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I must have
where's that
said this
from?
ages ago, I'm
Dude.
guessing, at some point. And somebody
That's
somewhere has found this sound clip of
Wow.
me saying that
That's
and then
Ah.
emailed it into us, which is a bit fucking weird. I'm just saying.
It is
Yeah.
a bit weird. More than a bit weird.
I wish I
But
knew
it's
what.
like,
Where's that from?
were,
What episode?
were they
Yeah, we need to be able to. Can we follow IP addresses or something? Let's get the internet working on
No,
this.
I don't think you can.
Crazy.
Very fucking odd. There might be.
I
an
got it.
email
I
address
got the
attached.
game. You ready?
What game?
Soccer story.
Okay.
Oh, Soccer Story. Yeah,
All right. Okay. We'll
yeah,
play
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's not the
Got
people
this
that
one.
made Golf Story, by the way.
Golf story. Well, it looks kind of similar, but
It looks similar, but it's not the same people.
okay.
Just so
Yeah.
you
So
know.
anyway, that's my shout outs.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, I'll shout out Hero for getting my package ready. Lovely.
Oh,
your
package.
Thanks.
Package.
Yes.
And I'll shout out to the weird person who found the clip of me saying I'll probably die from a big
You're
heart attack.
going
Thanks.
to die.
I know, yeah. Very odd.
Death Note, the podcast.
Luckily, I didn't have one of those. Can I just say? I've not had a heart attack. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly
Yay.
different. Slightly
We're
different
healthy.
heart
Knowing my
problem.
luck, we'll get to episode 677 and I'll bloody win the lottery.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's it. So, on that note, I guess we better say goodbye, adios.
Thanks
and
for listening,
farewell.
everybody.
See ya,
we
folks.
love you.
I'm from North Giltown.
Perfectly level flying is the supreme challenge of the scale model pilot. In their home, watch TV. Heard of spoken to me.
I do not have a problem. If I want to play Crazy Cupcakes, I will play Crazy Cupcakes.
There you go.
Yes.
Can I
There
just
you
say, at no point tonight did my internet do anything weird.
go.
So
it's true.
Yay, the
it
thing
didn't
you
do
bought is
anything weird. There
working.
wasn't any point where you two disappeared because I have quite often. You just suddenly disappear and then come back.
We disappear. You
Yeah,
disappear.
yeah. No, it's just because my crap internet. You
Well,
know,
I didn't want to
obviously.
say it, but since you mention it, yes.
But
your
it
internet is
seems to
crap.
the
you
hero seems
fixed
to
it
have
now
done the hero's done
by
the
buying
job.
something on Amazon. Yay!
Yeah, I got it half price in the Black Friday sale, and it was worth every penny.
Stingy Stuart.
But it does make me
Stuart the
realise
stingy
how-
lad. He's not paid full price for anything he's ever had.
There you go. It makes me realise though how truly shit Virgin Media hubs are. You know, the Hub 3 or whatever.
Well, it sounds like the further you get from. I mean, this is true about every internet. Like, I'm lucky we've got a reliable internet connection here because usually.
No, it's nothing to do with
further
that
you get from
because
a city-
like, it used to just drop out all the time. Like every day it would drop out at some point and then come back on
Yeah.
again and then drop out again and come back. Sometimes only for a matter of like 30 seconds or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Since we plugged the Hero in, it's never dropped out once.
Cool.
Never. So there must be something to do
Never.
with the way that the router works. You know what I mean? If we
So
put
there
it in
you go.
modem mode, it's fine.
Yes.
You know.
I
Bit
don't
odd.
know. Whoop, whoop,
Right.
woo!
On that note, I need to go because I've got to get up for work in the morning. Now I'm back at work. and all.
Okay, that's enough.
Fucking
No
whose
more
idea
talking.
was that? Going back to work, I tell you.
Crap.
Worst decision I ever made.
Crap.
Awful.
All right. Well, we were stopped the recording, so have a good night.
Okie dokie.
We don't need to talk to each other
And
now.
No,
Thanks
we
for
don't.
everything. Peace out, fam.
Bye. See you both later. Bye. See you,
Bye.
Jeannie. Have a nice
Bye.
evening. Oops,
And
excuse
you.
me.
Bye.
Hiccup.